Cellular Small Market Agent of the Year Award. This means East Metro Communications outperformed 35 other AirTouch cellular agents. Their customer service record has put them ahead of the competition. This is the 14th time East Metro has been recognized for outstanding performance. That's East Metro Communications Incorporated, 7115 Highway 278, 786-6796. And now, through May 13th, new customers and some existing ones may be eligible for $100 airtime free. Call or stop by for details. That's East Metro Communications, located on Highway 278 in Covington, 786-6796. East Metro Communications is an authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular, the new name for Pactel.
Back to Newton Ram baseball from Riverside Park. It is the Newton Rams and Parkview Panthers Sub-Region 8 Quad A South's finest going head-to-head, and the radio's finest bringing you the play-by-play action, Bill Dolan.
Thank you, Kevin Holden, as the dynamic duo trying to bring another Rams victory to you. Here's the way the Rams line up. Ryan Allen leads it off and plays shortstop. Ryan Moon, the senior catcher, he hits second. Luke Allen out in center field hits third. Richie Cleary, the cleanup batter, and pitching. Sam Allen, the senior third baseman. Lance Cawthon, the first baseman. He's followed by Brent Johnson getting a start as the DH today. Hitting eighth, Ryan Moon, the second baseman. And bringing up the rear, Matt Easterday, the left fielder.
And for the Parkview Panthers, the defense runs like this around the infield. Jason Sammons is at third. Michael Dart, the shortstop. Clay Irwin is at second base. David Ham at first. Around the outfield, Billy Keppinger, the left-hander, in left field. Rich Wiley in center. Bobby McDonald in right. Todd Carlson catches the left-hander, Ben Sheeter. And Bill, we have a chance to see a left-hander yet again, something the Rams haven't seen much of. And when they've had some troubles.
Yes, they have. In fact, both their losses have come to lefties starting on the mound. They have had some success against a couple other lefties, but both those lefties that they lost to were very tough. The one particularly from Escambia, Florida, with a career record of 28-2. And Ben Sheeter has his sign from Todd Carlson and brings the first one home to Ryan Allen and takes a called strike in the vicinity of the outside corner. Sheeter peering in again and gets ready to bring the 0-1 offering home, and here it comes. And that ball's fouled back and out of play. That brings the count to no balls and 2 strikes.
Bill, it's a beautiful day for baseball here. Couple of clouds in the sky, kind of hazy, nothing really more. Temperatures are nice. They're not overbearing. Temperatures about in the 60s or 70s. Beautiful day to come out and watch the Rams from Riverside Park.
Here's the 0-2 to Allen. He pops it up into short left field. That could be trouble. Center fielder coming over all the way in front of the left fielder and makes the catch. Rich Wiley came a long way but made the catch.
That may have been Billy Keppinger's ball, but Rich Wiley, playing center field, is in charge of who's going to catch the ball and decided to take charge himself, come over and make the play in front of the left fielder. Bill, you mentioned the thing about the left-handers, the Rams losing twice, 2 lefties. 2 years ago, the Rams, in their regular season before the region tournament, lost only to left-handers. They were undefeated against righties 2 years ago in the regular season.
And that's going to bring Brian Moon batting from the right side to the plate. Takes the first one for a called strike.
And Ben Sheeter appears to throw a good mix of pitches, a good fastball, and we've seen, from what we've seen of his off-speed pitch, it's been pretty impressive as well.
Moon, the switch hitter, batting from the right side, prepares for the 0-1 and hits a shot up the middle, and it hits Sheeter in the wallet. Moon on the move, beats it out. That'll be a base hit for Brian Moon.
And Ben Sheeter did a little bit of self-defense there. That one came back up the middle, but faster than he expected. He turned around, and you're exactly right. It hit him right back there in the wallet. Scooted away far enough toward the third base side so that Moon could reach base with a clean single.
And the Rams with the first hit and runner of the game. And as always, I think you might expect to see a little bit of razzle-dazzle and some running on the bases. Here's a throw over to first. Brian Moon back easily.
It'll take some time to gauge the move of Ben Sheeter, the lefty. Once they do that, though, the Rams may be running quite a bit. Don't know what we've seen of the arm out of Todd Carlson, but if it's anything less than very strong, the Rams will be running on the base paths.
And here's the first pitch to Luke Allen, and that's a called strike. Luke, I think in particular, has had a lot of trouble against the southpaws.
Luke came into this week at 367, but if you broke the averages down, he'd probably be more like 200 against the lefties. Ryan Allen also falls into that category.
And Brian Moon is picked off. Here's the throw. It's in the dirt, but good scoop by the shortstop, Michael Dart, and Brian Moon tags himself out.
Like I said before, it's going to take some time to gauge the move of the left-hander. Moon was off with the pitch, and Sheeter just went to first base calmly and picked off Moon. It goes 1-3-6 in the scorebook. And
now Luke Allen bats with 2 outs, and he's in the hole, no balls and 1 strike. Sheeter from the full wind brings the next one home. And a swing and a miss as Luke Allen bailing out a little bit on the breaking ball.
And that's the trouble he's had against the lefties, bailing out, looking to pull the ball. A lot of lefties will keep the ball around the outside corner. Left-handed hitters need to look to go the other way.
And here's the 0-2 offering. Allen drives it hard to left. The left fielder going back near the track, and he makes a good running catch. Billy Keppinger had to get on his horse and go after it, but he made the play. And that's going to do it for the Rams in the first inning. They get no runs on one hit. There were no errors, and nobody left on the out stealing. We head now to the top of the second inning. Still no score. You're listening to Ram Baseball on WGFS AM 1430.
When you need insurance, here's the first thing you should do. Call your auto owner's agent. They are people just like you.
I'm just starting out on my own. I know the importance of life insurance, protect obligations, like my new car loan. But is there an insurance program that I can fit into my budget?
No problem with Auto Owners 10-year level term insurance.
How will I know this is the right kind of life insurance for me?
Auto Owners 10-year level term provides low-cost level protection and can be converted to permanent insurance later.
Who can I talk to find out more about Auto Owners 10-year level term insurance?
Call your auto owner's agent. They are people just like you.
See Steele Jones Insurance Agency, located on Floyd Street Southeast in Covington. Or call 786-9213, your Auto Owners agent.
Auto owners, the no problem people.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Riverside Park Newton High School. No score as we head to the second inning. Two teams with 26 wins and 4 losses between them. It's been a great affair so far, and here to take you through it, Bill Dolan.
Thank you, Kevin Holden. We head to the top of the second inning. And for you people that worry about Ram baseball in the years to come, good news. The junior varsity off to a tremendous start under Coach Stanley Allen. Now have the record of 12-1 as they swept a doubleheader Tuesday night from Salem, getting some fine pitching from Ryan Lee in the second game after Baker threw a great game in the first game. In fact, had a no-hitter up into about the 6th or 7th inning. Doyle Baker doing a good job there. Richie Cleary brings the first pitch home, and it's a called strike to Jason Sammons, the third baseman.
Talking about the Ram junior varsity, last couple of years, the Covington-Newton County team has done well in the Dixie Boys tournaments. Look for good things from the Rams.
There's a little chopper on one hop to Sam Allen, guns to first, and that's one away in the top of the second inning.
And Sam Allen made a perfect throw to first base. That's got to make him smile after the mistake he made on Monday, which we thought would set up something big for Rockdale. Fortunately, though, the Rams pitched their way through it.
And Sam did a good job of coming in on that ball, gave himself the good hop, and had plenty of time, made a good, strong throw. Good to see Sam back in the groove, hopefully. That's going to bring up Billy Keppinger, the left fielder. Richie Cleary looking around. Oh, we kind of lost our left fielder there for a minute. Matt Easterday was out trying to close the gate.
And in the process of doing so was well beyond the left field foul line, and if Keppinger had decided to go the other way, he would have run from now until probably region tournament time because Easterday was well out of range in left field.
Matt's got his glove back on and hustles back into position as we're ready to go to Keppinger. Cleary doing a good job of making them hit his pitch so far. Here's the first offering to Keppinger. There's a called strike. Good fastball, outside corner at the knees.
Cleary doing what he has to do here. Fastball strikes. First pitch, be sure and get that first pitch over for strikes. You'll be a much better pitcher that way.
And here's the 0-1, and that's nubbed down the first baseline, and it kicks foul.
Talking about the junior varsity games, am I to understand that a certain media personality was involved in that game?
I was fortunate enough to help Coach Allen. I coached first base, had a great time down there. That's a great group of kids on the JV, and they're going to be some fine players for this varsity as they come up through the ranks.
Just one thing, don't let them take you out of the broadcast booth.
And that's a pitch outside for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes now as Richie Cleary works to the Parkview Panther left fielder. Working quickly, he brings the 1-2 offering home. Just a little bit inside. Pretty good pitch in 1-2.
And Keppinger may have helped himself by moving his midsection out of the way of that pitch, despite the fact it was close. That may have influenced the call there.
There's a shot foul, and the first base coach sidestepping it quickly, making no effort to field the ball as some other first base coaches in our system might have tried to at least make an effort to.
That one was a line drive, though. As a first base coach, I think I might have gotten out of the way of that one as well.
2-2 the count as Cleary comes from the wind. Here it is, and there's a shot, and that's going to be the first base hit for the Panthers. Matt Easterday up, he'll bring it into second base.
Keppinger did what he wanted to do, went the other way with it. Not a big-time stroke, just a good, clean, solid hit into left field. Ram fans from last year might remember the name Billy Keppinger. He was the lefty that shut out the Rams for so many innings in that region tournament game. And hit from Lance Coughlin that hit the third base bag was what gave the Rams the victory there, and that came in the 6th inning.
And now with one out, that's going to bring Clay Irwin, the second baseman for the Panthers, to the plate. Richie got that pitch up just a little bit to Keppinger over the outside part of the plate, and he served it into left field. Throw over to first base, and Keppinger back in time. Richie has a sign from Brian Moon and brings the first one home. And that's a called strike on the outside part of the plate.
This time, Cleary used the off-speed pitch to throw a first pitch strike. Varying that up will help him the second time through the order.
He's doing a much better job starting out the game than he did in his last outing, where he came in and tried to throw nothing but fastballs in the first inning and got hit a little bit. But he's doing a much better job of pitching. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, and a swing and a miss, as it appears he took something off it again.
And brought it around the outside corner. They may have a scouting report on Irwin. They've kept the ball right around that outside part. Of course, now with 2 strikes, he may try to come inside with something hard.
0-2 the count. Keppinger gets his lead from first, and here's the pitch from Cleary. Just a little bit outside. Good-looking pitch on 0-2, but couldn't get Irwin to go fishing.
Perfect place for the 0-2 pitch, just off the outside corner. If that hitter is being overprotective, he'll swing and miss.
And there's an inside pitch, and he strikes out. And the ball gets away from Brian Moon, but the batter unable to take first since it's already occupied.
And now with 2 down, Cleary can concentrate here on the next man up, David Ham, and hold these Parkview Panthers scoreless through the first 2. That's a big boost for the Rams, knowing that they can take on a team that's ranked number 20 in the nation and start off as strong as they have.
And that was the first strikeout in the ballgame for Richie Cleary. He's got his sign from Brian Moon and brings it to David Ham. Upstairs, just a little bit, ball 1. And another lefty hitter for the Panthers.
They are loaded with left-handed bats. Kind of reminds you of the Rams 2 years ago. 6 or 7 out of the 9 bats from the Ram order then were left-handed.
And there's a high chopper towards second base. Oh, and it gets over the head of Ryan Allen. Runner holds, and Luke Allen snap throw back, and he gets back in. Ryan kind of got caught in between hops there. He started to charge, it stopped, and let the ball eat him up, and it bounced over his head for a base hit.
And that one took such a high first hop that as soon as Allen got in front for the second hop, you felt like something bad might happen. And the hop went over his head and into center field. But Luke Allen nearly picked off the runner at second, who kind of fell asleep after he took his turn out there.
And that brings up Micah Davis, a designated hitter. I believe he also does some catching, too, when he's not DH. Here's the first pitch to him, and that's a called strike from Richie Cleary, who's quickly ahead, no balls and 1 strike.
Doing it the way he's supposed to. First pitch strike yet again.
The runners get their lead. Cleary has his sign from the belt. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Little bit high, as Richie didn't get the call for the strike. That evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, and 2 on. Cleary working quickly, brings the next one, and a swing and a foul back to the screen, and he's where he needs to be, way ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Once again, that ball right around the plate, an off-speed pitch. Quite simply, hitting his timing and pitching his upsetting timing, and by throwing strikes and changing speeds, you'll upset the hitter's timing.
Brian Moon flashes the sign out to Richie Cleary, who's ready to bring the 1-2 offering, and here it comes. Just off the outside part of the plate, another good-looking pitch ahead in the count.
He's pitched well to what has been an important batter and will be an important batter in this inning.
He's ready to bring the 2-2 offering, and here it is. And see you later. Go sit down. Micah Davis looks at a perfect pitch, outside corner, and that's going to do it for the Panthers in the second inning. They get no runs on 2 hits. There were no Ram errors and 2 runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Still no score. You're listening to Newton Rams baseball on your local leader, WGFS AM 1430.
For the best in chiropractic care, visit Lithonia First Chiropractic. Dr. Michael Brust specializes in nerve and spine rehabilitation. Call for an appointment, 482-1114, 482-1114. Most insurance accepted, and we take care of your insurance paperwork at no charge to you. Call Lithonia First Chiropractic at 3081 Stone Mountain Street in Lithonia, 482-1114, 482-1114.
If you want to save money on a great chainsaw, you want the Husqvarna 51. Because right now at Coast to Coast Home and Auto, you can pick up the powerful, reliable, and lightweight Husqvarna 51 for only $329.95. That's a savings of $70. With 3.1 cubic inches, the Husky 51 has the power to do some serious cutting. Thanks to an extra-large air intake and filter, it runs clean and cool. It weighs just over 11 pounds and features a combination choke idle for easy starting. What's more, it has one of the industry's lowest vibration ratings. It all adds up to a saw that lets you do a lot more with a lot less effort. No wonder professional loggers choose Husqvarna. So pick up your own Husqvarna, the Husky 51, and save big. It's just $329.95 at Coast to Coast Home and Auto. Call them at 786-7979 for more information, or see them on the square in downtown Covington.
Welcome back to Riverside Park. Richie Cleary leads it off and sends a shot back up the middle, off the pitcher's glove, third baseman unable to field it, and another base hit for the Rams.
And Richie Cleary goes after the first pitch. We should know, coming back from commercial, to come back a little earlier. Richie Cleary hit a first pitch home run against Salem to tie the game. We weren't here. This time around, a liner right back up the box, and once again the Rams with a base hit, their second. Both of them have hit the pitcher in some way.
Seems to be in a bad fielding position after he released the ball, so the Rams may see something there, and you may see a bunt or two there. Here's the first pitch to senior third baseman Sam Allen. He takes it for a ball.
And it looks from the pitcher's point of view like the Rams' running game may be hampered here. The pitcher's leg kick never comes behind the rubber, stays out in front most of the time, and that's going to throw the base runner's timing off.
And there's a throw, and he is out as he's picked off.
The lefty used the good pickoff move, brought the leg up to the same place he brought it up when he came home on the first pitch, but has good balance and went toward first, and Cleary took that extra step, and he's showing to the third base coach that he thought that the pitcher balked there.
It was kind of a strange-looking move. I almost agree with him on that. And here's the 1-0 offering to Sam Allen, and that's ball 2 outside. Sam starting to come around a bit with the stick in that Rockdale game. Had a big game with what turned out to be the winning home run. Also a big base hit to score the first run. He's way out in front on the off-speed pitch. That makes it count 2 balls and 1 strike.
Sometimes, Bill, it's a little tougher for us up here in the press box to tell, but it looks as if Sam Allen has closed up his stance and isn't taking that big, long stride. That may help him keep him balanced.
And there's ball 3 up high. Also, if you notice, Kevin, he's way forward in the batter's box now. He's normally likes to be back deep and waiting on. He's gone up farther. Look how far up. He's almost out of the batter's box up in front of the plate there. And here's the 3-1 offering to Sam. That's a called strike. Sam not too happy with the call. I think he thought it was a little low in the way.
Standing up there in the front of the batter's box means on the off-speed pitches, the curveballs especially, you'll get a little better view of it. It'll be a little higher when it gets to you.
Here's the full count pitch to Sam, and he swings and misses, probably chasing one up out of the strike zone.
That was ball 4. Credit Sheeter with a good pitch, though, just off the outside corner. One of those good 2-strike pitches. Allen saw it right up here near eye level, went fishing after it.
And that's going to bring Lance Coffin to the mound. Lance, having a pretty good season with the stick, has done a good job, a good contact hitter, and a good on-base percentage. Here's the first one to him, and that's a called strike. Fastball outside corner.
Before this year, Coffin hadn't had the chance to do a whole lot with the stick, but getting the most of the time starting job at first base has helped him.
And Sheeter brings the 0-1 home to him, and there's a little pop fly. That ball might drop. The center fielder on his horse can't get it. A base hit for Lance Coffin.
Coffin with the perfect placement for that base hit right in front of Rich Wiley, the center fielder, and just toward the left center field side, so Wiley or the left fielder, Keppinger, couldn't come up and make the play. Right now, the Rams need the base runners any way they can get it, and you can bet Lance Coffin will be a half step closer to first base.
Lance normally not one to be out there running and jumping with big, huge leads. I think he'll be playing it safe and be ready to go back. That's going to bring Brent Johnson, and he takes a pitch in the dirt for ball 1. And, Kevin, I'll tell you, that pitcher is so close to balking. That last delivery, he did everything but throw to first, and it's a real, real marginal move.
In fact, it appears he almost hesitates when he brings his leg up to its high point, and, of course, that's a balk.
And there's a called strike inside corner with the heat. 1-1 to count.
A little better that time, no hesitation, but Coffin was also not fooled at first base.
Brent Johnson getting a chance to bat this game, and there's a throw over to first. He's back in time. As you can hear, Coach Derek Coggins hollering back in the background. Coffin gets his lead, and Sheeter has his sign and brings it home. And Johnson can't catch up with the Old Express.
Well-placed fastball right around the outside corner. It's got enough speed that the righties are having trouble catching up to it, and Johnson, who's only had 9 at-bats coming into this game, hasn't had a lot of experience seeing the big fastball this year.
Here's the 1-2 pitch, just a little bit low and inside. And once again, Ben Cedar with that hesitation move in his delivery. And it looks like a balk to me. 2-2 the count. And here's the next one. And that ball's in the dirt, and it's at the feet. He does manage to dig it up. Todd Carlson, the catcher for the Panthers. Lance Coffin wasn't going anywhere.
Hugh Buchanan has done a fine job with his Parkview Panther team. And Carlson that time had the ball right under his feet and right behind him. The worst place if you're looking for the baseball, but it was definitely not far enough for Coffin to advance.
Coffin running on the pitch, and that ball's up the middle, and it's going to go through for a base hit. Coffin will hold it second, and the Rams now with 2 runners on and 2 out.
Clay Irwin and Michael Dart did everything in their power to keep that from going to center field, both of them diving head first. Those are the 2 middle infielders. Diving after that as it went right over the second base bag. And so, just like Parkview had in the top of the second, the Rams with 2 men on, 2 down with the number 8 man up here in the bottom of the second. For Parkview, Micah Davis struck out. We'll see what happens with Ryan Moon.
And how big now is Richie Cleary getting picked off first base? Here's the first offering to Ryan Moon. It's low in the dirt for ball 1.
Cleary's pickoff may have cost the Rams a run. At the very least, the bases would be loaded with only 1 out.
Clay Irwin, the second baseman, trying to keep Lance Coffin close down at second base. Ryan Moon, the sophomore second baseman, is ready. And swings and hits a little looper. That ball's going to be trouble. It might get down. No, the right fielder, Bobby McDonald, coming hard, was able to make a good running catch on it. And that's going to do it for the Rams in the second inning. They get no runs on 3 base hits. There were no errors and 2 runners left on base. We head down to the top of the third. Still no score. Newton Ram baseball on WGFS AM 1430.
It's Spring Fever Savings Time at the Farm and Garden Depot on Emory Street behind Burger King. We present to you coupons from the Covington Shopper. Buy 10, get 1 free. And cow manure, Pine Bark Nuggets, Pine Bark Mini Nuggets, topsoil, soil conditioner, and much, much more. That's the Farm and Garden Depot on Emory Street behind Burger King. 787-3870. Spring Fever Savings at the Farm and Garden Depot. 787-3870.
It's April's Christmas for the Mustang right now, and it's Mayfield and Hardware. A red coat 2.5 gallon polytan only $2.77. 8 long-handled shovels $9.99 each. Leslie's car wash or tire cleaner $1.99 each, and an 834 gallon trash can only $8.77. It's April's Christmas for the Mustang right now at Mayfield and Hardware on the square under Newton Plaza.
Riverside Park, it's the Newton Rams and Parkview Panthers 8-quad-A South action at its best. No score as we head to the third. Your play-by-play, Bill Dolan. Thank you, Kevin Holden. And a missed opportunity for the Rams there as they got 3 hits but were unable to push one across. The runner lost on the base pass. Hopefully that won't come back to haunt the Rams later on. And that's going to bring up Todd Carlson to lead off the third against Richie Cleary. And here's the first one. Off-speed pitch, inside corner, all right. 0-1 the count as Cleary continues to stay ahead in the count to these Panther hitters. Here's the next one, and there's a little number down towards Lance Coffin. Cleary quickly off the mound, takes the feed from Coffin, 1 away. Cleary a very big guy, but also a pretty heavy guy. He was a quarterback for the Rams for a couple of weeks and will be this fall more than likely. And quickly was off the mound and beat the runner by a long shot to first base to take the throw. You like to see that out of a pitcher. Got down the line at plenty of time, gave Lance plenty of room to make a good throw, and no problem on the play. That's a tough play. The Rams have executed it very well the last couple times it's happened. That's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, Michael Dart, for the Panthers. And Richie brings the first one home. High and tight, and brushes him back off the plate a little bit and causes him to drop his lumber. Dart was thinking about bunting that pitch, but he wouldn't have had a chance to bunt that one. It was something about batting his home at high. Here's the 1-0, and that's down in the dirt, and Cleary behind him again now, 2 balls in, no strike. 10th man to bat here for Parkview in this game. They haven't pushed the run across. Cleary has struck out 2. He hasn't walked anyone. Despite this 2-0 count, about as bad as he's done something. He wheels and deals with the 2-0, and just a little bit low, and he's now behind 3 balls and no strike. And the leadoff man, that could be deadly. Look for him to put one over the plate in any way possible here.
Here comes the 3-0 from Cleary. Oh, straight the old automatic right down Ram Drive. Things have been successful on the mound because of the lack of walk and the abundance of strikeouts. Going into the Rockdale game, I'd expect a 2-to-1 ratio. And there's a pitch ripped foul down the right field line, down all the way past the batting cage. That ball had distance and might have got out of here, but was pulled just foul. And that really didn't swing a power hitter to swing there. Just put the bat on the ball. The Parkview team has always been very good at that. They're a good contact hitter, but they put the bat squarely on the ball when you do. You'll drive it far. And here's another one ripped down the first base line and once again foul. The count stays 3 balls and 2 strikes. They had to come into that Rockdale game and walked 46. Struck out 106. Lance Coffin walked 1 and struck out 11 in that game. So that ratio is first out of 2.5 to 1. 12 strikeouts for Coffin and only 1 walk in the game. Coffin had about as good a stuff through 6 innings as I've ever seen him. There's a shot up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. He batted, finally got the base hit. He's down up and brings it back into second base. When you're a leadoff batter for a team as good as Parkview, the number 22 in the nation, you are going to see a hitter who's very disciplined at the plate. Also will take pitches that are close, foul off a few pitches, look for the right pitch to drive. He did it perfectly, just like you see in the textbook. He's standing at first base. And then Rip Wiley, the center fielder, up to the plate. He grounded out to the pitcher his first time. He had a quick throw over to first base, and Michael Guard back in quickly. Cleary, another snap throw. Oh, and a little closer this time. Boy, that one is Cleary has a pretty good pickoff move. You can tell that Joe Bransfield has worked with these pitchers on that pickoff move there a lot better. Cleary ready, brings the first one in, and a ball just a little bit high and away. That's going to appear to have changed just a little bit. It was apparently a little more liberal in the first few innings, but Cleary has been mighty close in a few pitches here. Rich Wiley, the senior center fielder for the Parkview Panthers. Bats from the left side and throws from the right. He's in the count 1 ball. Throws up the bunt and lays a good one out in front of the plate. Cleary up and throws over to Coffin. And the sacrifice is successful. 1-3 in the score. When you see a person sacrifice from first to second to make 2 outs in the inning with somebody coming up, one of 2 things is the case. Either you have a lot of confidence in the hitter coming up, or you know it's going to be a low-scoring game and you're doing anything possible to manufacture runs. Neither of those could be the case here. Probably the latter, given that it's a scoreless game. Teams have tried to manufacture runs against the Rams lately. And Cleary brings the first one home, and there's a swing and a miss to the right fielder, Bobby McDonald. He grounded to Lance Coffin, who made the play himself in the first inning. So he's 0 for 1 on the night. Cleary has a sign from Brian Moon, and brings the 0-1 offering home. And once again, as you said, the strike zone has changed. That pitch was called a strike a couple innings ago. It's now 1-1. And Moon has gone out to talk to Cleary. I think they may have been screwed up on the signs there. Moon may have called for something that he didn't receive from Cleary. So they'll have that straight. Moon could have held down it. He realized what pitch was coming, but that may have actually hit him with the fact that they were crossed up on the sign. He really wasn't able to freeze it like he does a lot of times. 1-1 to count down as Cleary brings the next one home. And that's fouled back to the screen, and Richie took it out front, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just like the good baseball teams that you see here, the Parkview Panthers down the first base line, all of them standing up, at least from what we can see, all of them standing up. Out in front of the dugout, Tyler and everything, the same way that we see a lot of the good teams, we see Tyler do that a lot as well, and they got a pretty good program. And here's the 1-2 pitch, and foul, right back here off the screen, and the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Still no score here in the top of the third inning. 2 outs with a runner down on second base for the Panthers. Ryan Moon flashes a sign of Cleary from the belt and brings it home. And another foul. That scatters that Parkview Panthers dugout quickly. One of the disadvantages of standing out there at the first base dugout, you're about 60 feet away from having a line drive hit straight at you, and 4 or 5 of them are in danger back there. Now stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes on Bobby McDonald, the right fielder for the Panthers. And Cleary's next one. That ball is hit. That's a third ball. Coffin over to Cleary, and in time, a good play by Lance Coffin and Richard Cleary once again. That's going to do it for the Panthers. We head to the bottom of the third. In the top of the third, there were no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Still no score. You're listening to Ram Baseball on WGFS AM 1430.
The people at East Metro Communications know that it's not nice to brag, but they have got to do it. They want everyone to know that they have received the AirTech Cellular Small Market Agent of the Year Award. 786-6796. And now through May 13th, new customers and some existing ones may be eligible for $100 airtime free. Call or stop by for details. That's East Metro Communications, located on Highway 278 in Covington. 786-6796. East Metro Communications is an authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular, the new name for Pactel.
Back to Riverside Park at Newton High School. This is Newton Ram baseball as the Rams take on the Parkview Panthers in Sub-Region 8 Quad A South action. Bill Dolan has your play-by-play as we're scoreless going to the bottom of the third. Bill?
And it's living up to the billings it received, the Battle of the Undefeateds, and they're doing everything they're supposed to, playing good, solid, fundamental baseball. You're seeing the plays being made, some good, timely pitching, some base hits, but no runs scored yet. And the Rams will send up Matt Easterday, Ryan Allen, and Brian Moon in the top of the third inning. Easterday looks for the first offering, and here it comes. Swing and a foul ball, backhand out of play. He's in the hole, no balls, and one strike.
Both of these teams are very good, solid, fundamental teams and deserving of the high marks that they've received. You look down the score line for this game, neither team has allowed a base on balls. That's very important.
And here's the 0-1. There's a ball driven towards right field. The right fielder had him played perfectly, and he catches it easily. One out.
Easterday hits to where his power is, the majority of it, that is, toward right and right center. This one, though, got under it just a little too much.
And the right fielder was shading him towards right center, only had to make a step move. When he first hit it, it looked like it could be a gapper, but had him played to perfection. And Ryan Allen takes the first pitch and sends it down the third baseline, fouling out of play.
One thing I've noticed Ryan Allen does against the lefties is an inside-out swing. He likes to go to left field no matter what, but especially against the left-handed pitchers who like to jam him a lot. He stands up close to the plate. For that reason, he's jammed a lot.
And here's the 0-1 offering, and a little bit low and outside. That evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Ryan Allen, doing most things expected of a leadoff man, began the week's play hitting .318 and leading the team with 12 bases on balls. Here's the 1-1, and a bunt, and it's a beauty. The catcher up quickly, though, and over to first in time.
About 5 feet more toward the first base line. Allen may have been safe at first. A wise idea, something a few people before the inning started mentioned that maybe the Rams should have done. Do a little bunting on this pitcher who falls off toward third base. Allen pushed it a little too much toward the pitcher's mound. That's why he was out. If he'd run it up the first base line, may have been safe.
He did. The pitcher did make a good recovery coming back to get it, but like you say, a little closer to first base, I think he would have easily beat it out. That's going to bring up Brian Moon with 2 outs now. And here's the first one, lunging and reaching and foul tipping the ball. He's in the hole, 0-1.
Sheeter has mixed it up and throws 2 or 3 very good pitches. I don't think Moon was expecting the off-speed that he saw there on the first pitch.
Moon also staying him way forward in the batter's box. Here's the 0-1, and that bounces in front of the dirt.
Sheeter was hoping to have the same result from Moon, but the disciplined hitter lays off that pitch, the same pitch the second time around. You make the mistake only once.
1-1 the count now on senior Brian Moon. And here's the next one, and swing and a miss at the high heat.
And this time Sheeter challenged Moon with the high fastball, and Moon couldn't catch up to it. Now Sheeter has used both the off-speed and the fastball for swings and misses. We'll see what he uses here.
Here comes the 1-2 offering, and a swing and a miss at the off-speed, and that's going to do it for the Rams in the third inning. This ball game moving right along. We've played 3 with no score. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the top of the 4th inning with your score. Still Parkview nothing, Newton nothing. You're listening to Rams baseball on WGFS AM 1430.
Did you know that termites cause more damage to homes annually than fires, floods, and natural disasters combined? To protect your home from termites and other pests, call Cleary Exterminating at 786-4937. They'll send them packing, termites and beetles, fleas, rats and mice, roaches, and ants. Commercial or residential, we can help get rid of what bugs you. Call Cleary Exterminating on Highway 278 in Covington, 786-4937. At Cleary Exterminating, we make mouse calls.
For the best in chiropractic care, visit Lithonia First Chiropractic. Dr. Michael Brust specializes in nerve and spine rehabilitation. Call for an appointment, 482-1114, 482-1114. Most insurance accepted, and we take care of your insurance paperwork at no charge to you. Call Lithonia First Chiropractic at 3081 Stone Mountain Street in Lithonia, 482-1114. 482-1114.
Hey, Carl, the greenskeeper here for the Hard Luck Cafe. You know, that's that little red building down by Nationwise. After a hard day hunting varmints on the golf course, I love to stop by and get some hot wings from the Hard Luck Cafe. They've got them all the way from that extra mile up to my favorite, TNT. It's a real Cinderella story how Randy has become king of the wings. So stop by and see Randy or call him at 787-0421. When you do, tell him Carl sent you and maybe he'll give me a free wing or something. Remember, that's 787-0421.
Welcome back to Riverside Park as Newton Ram baseball locking horns of the Parkview Panthers. Scoreless in the fourth, your play-by-play announcer, Bill Dolan.
Thank you, Kevin Holden. And Cleary brings the first one to Jason Salmons, the third baseman, and it's up high for a ball. Still no score in this battle of sub-region undefeateds. Cleary from the wine brings the next one home, and a swing and a miss as he went around, tried to check his swing, but was fooled on the pitch.
A good placement for that pitch at the knees around the outside corner. Very tough for the right-handed batter to catch up with the fastball there.
Cleary working quickly brings the 1-1, make it 1-2. Strike two called, outside corner. Cleary looking sharp.
He's kept it around the outside corner, used both fastball and off-speed pitch.
And here comes the 1-2, and see you later, take a seat. Salmons down on strikes as Cleary fooled him badly and one away in the top of the fourth.
That's the third strikeout for Cleary, but more importantly than that, outside of the three strikeouts, no flyouts. All of the outs have been ground balls or strikeouts.
Definitely keeping the ball on the infield. That's going to bring Billy Keppinger up. He singled to left field his first time up, kind of served one out over the shortstop's head. He takes the first pitch for a ball outside and up a little bit. Cleary brings the next one home all the way back to the backstop as that pitch kind of came out of his hand in a weird way.
Cleary can smile about that with no one on and one down. Pretty harmless pitch on 0-1, or rather on 1-0, but that pitch, a curveball that definitely did not snap and ended up about 5 feet over everybody's head.
Here's the 2-0, and that one also up high in the strike zone and off the glove of Brian Moon and back to the backstop. Quickly, 3-0 now, and Richie Cleary in danger of walking his first batter. Here's the 3-0, and there's the old automatic right down central. 3-1 the count.
Cleary showing he's a true pitcher. The 3-0 pitch, he's not giving up against the number 5 batter coming after him.
3-1, and pretty good-looking pitch, but it goes for a ball. And that's going to be the first base on balls given up by Cleary. And the Panthers with the first runner on in this inning and only one out. That brings up the second baseman for Parkview, Clay Irwin, who struck out his first at-bat. Cleary brings the first one home, and there's a called strike. Looked almost the exact location that last pitch was. No balls and one strike, one out in the top of the fourth inning. Cleary from the belt brings it home, shortens up the bunt, and lays down a perfect bunt down the first baseline. Cleary up over to Coffin, and the sack is successful, 1-3.
For the second consecutive inning, with a runner at first and one out, Parkview elects to sacrifice. They put a runner in scoring position, but with 2 down, it has to be a base hit to bring him home. So once again, they're looking to manufacture 1 run, and the way that both these pitchers have pitched, 1 or 2 runs may really stand up here.
That's going to bring David Ham, the first baseman. He had that chop infield single that took the big hop and then got over Ryan Allen's head at shortstop. Takes the first pitch just a little bit high for a ball.
And Cleary on that one shook his head. He started to groove the fastball. That's where he ran into trouble against Winder last Friday. The last thing he needs to do here.
And he brings the 1-0, and that ball's grounded towards the hole into right field. It gets through. Michael Doss comes up quickly. Here's the throw. There's not going to get him at the plate, and the runner down to second base on the throw.
Doss had thoughts about getting that runner as he was coming home. Did not hit the cutoff man, but the runner scored well ahead of that throw. That also allowed the runner at first to move back into scoring position, so we're back in the same situation, but the Rams down 1, and we do it again. The Rams fall behind by a couple of runs. It seems they spot the other team some runs before they go to work.
And in this case, the sacrifice pays off for the Parkview Panthers. That ball just getting past Ryan Moon into the hole into right field. Micah Davis was called out on strikes his first time at plate and takes the first one for a ball just a little bit outside. 2 outs now in the top of the fourth, but Parkview on top. And it looks like we're going to see a pinch runner come in. Number 12, Brent Irwin, is going to come in and run for David Ham down at second base.
Irwin quite a bit smaller in more than one sense of the word, so Parkview also gauging a lot of importance on that run at second base. They want somebody who's quick out there. Of course, they can re-enter the starter, David Ham, back at first base next inning. But by having that quick man out there, a single into the outfield nearly guarantees them the run.
Especially with 2 out where the runners are going on the crack of the bat. Micah Davis with 1 ball and no strikes in the count. Looks out as Richie Cleary gets ready to bring it. Here it is. Swing and a miss, and Richie fooled him again with the off-speed. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, top of the 4th inning. The runner dancing away from second base, and Richie Cleary brings it home and fouled back to the screen. Richie Cleary quickly ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And Brent Irwin had a pretty big lead at second base and was off with the crack of the bat. By the time that ball was hit and was foul, he was halfway to third base. I guarantees you on a base hit he will score.
Cleary has a sign from Brian Moon and brings the 1-2 home. And a swing and a miss. It's down in the dirt. Brian Moon up and down to Lance Coughlin, and that's going to do it for the Panthers in the 4th inning. However, they do score 1 run on 1 base hit. There were no Ram errors and 1 runner left on base. We head now to the bottom of the 4th inning and the Hard Luck Cafe wing-ding inning, and Kevin Holden will be bringing you the rest of the way as you're listening to exciting Newton Ram baseball right here on WGFS AM 1430.
Charles Evans Nissan refuses to be undersold. We will meet or beat any advertised price on any in-stock unit. If you are tired of high pressure and the runaround, come to Charles Evans Nissan in Conyers. We put fun back into buying a car. Charles Evans Nissan is located at 1420 Irish Drive in Conyers. 922-7600. Remember, Charles Evans Nissan. We won't be undersold. That's 922-7600.
It's April's Best Buys of the Month going on now at Mayfield Ace Hardware. A Wedco 2.5-gallon poly can, only $2.77. Ace long-handled shovels, $9.99 each. Wesley's Car Wash or Tire Cleaner, $1.99 each. And an Ace 34-gallon trash can, only $8.77. It's April's Best Buys of the Month going on now at Mayfield Ace Hardware on the Square and in Newton Plaza.
Hey, Carl, the greenskeeper here for the Hard Luck Cafe. You know, that's that little red building down by Nationwide. After a hard day hunting varmints on the golf course, I love to stop by and get some hot wings from the Hard Luck Cafe. They've got them all the way from that extra mile up to my favorite, TNT. It's a real Cinderella story how Randy has become king of the wings. So stop by and see Randy or call him at 787-0421. When you do, tell him Carl sent you and maybe he'll give me a free wing or something. Remember, that's 787-0421.
And welcome back to Riverside Park, Newton Ram baseball. We head to the wing-ding inning, and here to tell you all about it and bring you the rest of the way home, Kevin Holden.
Bill Dolan, thank you very much. Luke Allen, the first man due up here for the Rams, and in the wing-ding inning, he bats for Dana Hawkins, who lives in Covington. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it off. It's 0-1. Luke will be followed by Richie Cleary and Sam Allen. Not bad hitters to have up in the wing-ding inning. How you can become a part of this, put your name, address, and phone number on a postcard, index card, something along that line. As the 0-1 pitch on the way, swinging a bouncer foul, Derek Coggins makes the clean play at first base, and the lefty flips it back, makes it 0-2. After you put your name, address, and phone number on this postcard or whatever you want to put it on, get it to the studios of WGFS. You can drop it by at 1151 Hendrick Street in downtown Covington. We'll also give you our mailing address right after the 0-2, which is in the dirt. You can mail it to P.O. Box 869, Covington, Georgia, 30210. We'll accept your fax also. Our fax number, 784-9892. The wind, the 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Right around that inside part of the plate. A good pitch from Sheeter. Allen is gone. Another strikeout, making 3 for Sheeter and the first out. And here's Richie Cleary. Cleary in the wing-ding inning bats for Craig Treadwell of Covington. The wind, first pitch on the way to him, is in the dirt about 3 feet in front of the plate. It's 1-0. Cleary, if he sees a fastball in his wheelhouse against the lefty, could be turning on it and making someone happy. 60 hot wings to the winner, and Craig Treadwell, the man who's up there right now. Wind and the pitch. Called strike outside corner, makes it 1-1.
In fact, Craig Treadwell is the only winner we've had in the wing-ding contest. His name came up, he resubmitted after winning, and here he is with a chance to win some more.
Pitch to Cleary, he swings and misses at a fastball about eye high. makes the count 1-2, and we want to thank the folks downstairs at the concession stand, keeping us fresh with our Sprites throughout the game today. If you're ever here at Riverside Park, do go see those folks at the concession stand. They'll hook you up with whatever you'd like to eat or drink that they have. The 1-2 pitch swung on it, just barely tipped and bounced foul, keeps the count at 1-2.
Richie, once again, way out in front of that off-speed stuff. He went head hunting on that fastball up over his head and then barely foul-tipped that slow breaking ball.
Parkview scored a run in the top half of this inning. They have a 1-0 lead. Pitch to Cleary is driven hard over the shortstop's head. That'll be into left center. That's a base hit. Rams have a base runner. That's how you start it. With one down, will Sam Allen be sacrificing? We don't know. We do know this. Tim Hudson is the contestant in the wing-ding inning that Sam Allen will hit for, and Tim Hudson lives here in Covington.
And that's the second hit of the ball game for Richie Cleary. That ball just kind of took off like a jet and just did get over the shortstop, Michael Dart's head.
First pitch on the way home to Sam Allen, driven hard toward third base. Sammons bobbles it momentarily. He'll have no play. He bobbled it again. That allows everyone to be safe at first and second. That ball was hit like a rocket toward third. Sammons did all he could do to be in front of that ball, but he bobbled it a few times, and that allowed the runners to reach. It's an error on the third baseman.
He would have had time after the initial bobble if he had picked it up, but then he kicked it around a little more and kicked it around a little more, and you basically have to give him an error on that, I think.
Imagine this, folks, a clutch situation against Parkview in a big game, and Lance Coffin comes to the plate. Sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it? Danny Bartello of Covington, the contestant in the wing-ding inning that Lance Coffin hits for. Once again, if you didn't hear earlier, Coffin beat the Parkview Panthers with a big base hit last year in the region tournament. There's a called strike to him, 0-1.
And Lance had a base hit his first time up, just a little Texas League bloop over the shortstop's head in front of the center fielder. Might not be enough to score the run if he does the same, but it certainly would move everybody 90 feet.
And would allow Brent Johnson and Ryan Moon to try to drive in a run. Throw to first. Back in is Sam Allen, and the first baseman, David Ham, was playing in a dangerous position just a step behind him and off the bag. Both Ham and Sam Allen arrived at the bag at the same time and dogpiled each other, and fortunately Sam Allen just got back in.
And that's going to do it for David Ham's glove as the ball kind of went through the webbing and broke the web, and he's looking for another first baseman, Smith. Either that or some repairs on. Very dangerous, strange play to throw behind the runner at first base when you have a runner on second, because the way that pile-up, if that ball would have gotten away, there's no way David Ham's going to get up and be able to get it. And Richie Cleary at least gets to third and maybe scores if it gets away, because the right fielder is playing out towards right center.
Ham has a new glove, stretch and the pitch, missing outside. Count evens at 1-1. Lance Coffin came into the week hitting .296, had a big clutch double against Rockdale, and of course, we don't even have to tell you about his exploits on the mound. He had a terrific pitching job with a walk and 12 strikeouts. The runs he allowed were in the 7th. Throw back to second base, but Cleary just a step away from the bag.
Ben Sheeter likes to throw to the bases. He's thrown that. He'll throw to first, throw to second.
And those runners take those leads away from first and second as Coffin awaits the 1-1 offering. Here it is, called strike, inside corner. Good hard fastball makes it 1-2.
This right now the best opportunity the Rams have had with only one out here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Riverside Park's dimensions, 320 feet to the left field foul pole, 360 to center, 310 to right. If a hitter can clear that in this inning, it'll be 60 hot wings for the wing-ding inning contestant. Coffin swings and hit the ball twice. Hit it once, it bounced off near home plate, came back, hit the bat again, and bounced foul.
And Coffin staying alive, doing what he has to do, fought off a tough pitch there. And this is the critical batter for the Rams in this inning. Lance at least needs to move the runners along to where possibly they can score on any type of miscue, pass ball, or wild pitch.
Danny Bartello of Covington, who Coffin is hitting for, is awaiting, and Coffin swings and bounces one foul. In fact, that may have hit the bat twice. It remains a ball, 2 strikes to the Rams senior first baseman.
And that's 4 times off the bat with 2 swings. He must be going for a new record.
The record that we'd like is one nice fair ball in a gap. Stretch from Sheeter. He delivers, and there's a line drive. Past the shortstop into left field, a base hit. Here comes Cleary around third base. Left fielder bobbles the ball. We've got a tie game. Sam Allen pulls into third. Moving up to second on a throw in is Lance Coffin, who with a pumped fist looks at the Ram dugout as we have tied the score at 1 apiece.
And once again, Lance Coffin with a clutch base hit. Ripped it towards the shortstop. The ball took a big hop over the shortstop's head, clean hit into the outfield. Richie Cleary coming all the way, so we're going to credit the RBI on the plate of Lance Cawthon. However, the left fielder then bobbled the ball, and that allowed Sam Allen and Lance Cawthon each to move up a base. So let's call an error on the left fielder for mishandling the play.
Cawthon is coming over to talk with Joe Brassfield at third base. There's a conference of Parkview players on the mound with the head coach Hugh Buchanan out there discussing strategy with his team. It's second and third here with one down in the inning. Rams have reached base with 3 straight people, one of them being the error from Jason Salmons, and that's what happens when you're taking on a team that plays good fundamental baseball. You've got to do the same. If you open up something with an error, the good team will take advantage of it. The Rams have so far. Tim Bruce of Covington, Georgia, is the contestant up now in the Wayne-Ding inning, and we're going to have Robbie Sanfilippo come in to run for Lance Cawthon at second base. Of course, Cawthon will come back, or we would expect him to come back in the 5th, but the Rams looking for some more speed out there at second.
And the Panthers not wanting to take any chance have pulled the infield in completely, and that's got to help Brent Johnson up at the plate. Anything he can hit hard or even a little looper has a much better chance of getting in. This is a hitter's delight having that infield in. And if you're playing on those corners, it's a little scary being that close, particularly somebody that can rip the ball like Brent can.
And Brent is no slouch at the plate. He's a 300 hitter this year. He bats for Tim Bruce of Covington. Tim, if Brent could take one deep over the wall, 60 hot wings from the Hard Luck Cafe would be yours. He was looking for the left center field wall there, but he came up with nothing but air. It's 0-1.
And good speed now down at second base, so if Brent can get one into the outfield, I think you'll see 2 come home.
One of the problems for Johnson in 10 at-bats, he's had 4 strikeouts. He wants to bunt here. The squeeze is on. The bunt is popped up, though, and foul. And thank goodness for that, because we could have had serious problems had that been popped up in fair territory. So it's just a very scary strike, making it 0-2. But the suicide squeeze play was on, and we're seeing a lot of strategic baseball from both sides here.
The Parkview Panthers have pulled the infield in, and for the first time all year we saw the Rams attempt the suicide squeeze. A good bunt would have gotten it done, because Sam Allen would have easily gotten across the plate, but Brent Johnson fouled it harmlessly back to the screen. He's in the hole now, though. No balls and 2 strikes.
Sam Allen did skid about 15 feet on his way into home plate. He will take his lead away from third. Sanfilippo from second. Pitch to Johnson is popped up. Shallow right center field. Going out is Clay Irwin. He'll make the play on the edge of the outfield grass. That's not deep enough for the runners to advance. And the worst thing that could possibly happen with 2 in scoring position and 1 down, I guess outside of a double play.
Well, normally you don't get the double play much with that, but that pop-up really hurt. Brent Johnson, of course, put himself in the hole with the bad bunt and had to protect the plate and was not able to get the job done, popping up weakly to the second baseman.
With the score tied at 1, the newcomer to the team of sorts, Ryan Moon, will have a chance here with 2 men on. First pitch to him is in the dirt. It gets by the catcher. Here comes Sam Allen, and the skid mark measured at 13 feet gives the Rams the 2-1 lead.
Well, Sam got that practice before and got the 15-foot skid mark. Had it all grooved, so that was an easy one for him. He got into the same skid mark, slid across, and without a throw, the Rams have taken the lead. And that pick's got to make Brent Johnson feel a little better, as the Rams have picked him up after he had that tough at-bat.
Credit Sanfilippo for going to third base on the play and having heads-up base running. Of course, the right-handed batter's box now has all of those skid marks in it, so a right-handed batter will have to do a little gardening there in the batter's box.
And we will call that a wild pitch, as it was definitely down in the dirt.
Ryan Moon flied out to right field his first time. Pitch on the way to him. He swings and pops this one up. Foul territory. First base side, Ham gives chase, but it's just beyond his reach. The count is 1-1.
Not a bad idea by Ryan Moon trying to sneak it into that right field foul line down there. Had it been a little closer to fair territory, it could have been trouble, because a lot of times that ball hit and spin out, and you can end up getting a double on the play. He kind of fought off a tough pitch and almost ended up with a base hit on the play.
Rams now up 2-1 against a team ranked 20th in the nation in the latest Baseball Weekly high school poll. The only Georgia representative in the top 25 the last time around, when they were 22nd. Wind of the pitch. Moon is looking to bunt. It's a good one, but foul at the third baseline. It'll be a 2-strike count, 1-2 on Ryan Moon. Had a good idea. The third baseman, Sammons, was playing well back, but that butt rolled foul.
Would have had a chance to beat it out. Hit it a little bit hard, but he had got out of the box pretty well. It would have taken a perfect play by Jason Sammons to get him.
Ryan Moon came into this week at .231, 3 hits and 13 at-bats. The 1-2 on the way. Swings and lines it right back up the middle. Pitcher can't make the play. Michael Dart comes across, though, and is throw to first in time. 6-3 on the ground out. That'll do it for the Rams, but 2 big runs as they take the lead. They did so on 2 hits, couple of Parkview errors, proved to be a big difference in the inning. 1 man left on base. We have played 4 full innings from Riverside Park. Your score, the Newton Rams 2, the Parkview Panthers 1, and the beat goes on. Newton Ram baseball on WGFS AM 1430.
Hey, Carl, the greenskeeper here for the Hard Luck Cafe. You know, that's that little red building down by Nationwise. After a hard day hunting environments on the golf course, I love to stop by and get some hot wings from the Hard Luck Cafe. They've got them all the way from that extra mile up to my favorite, TNT. It's a real Cinderella story how Randy has become king of the wings. So stop by and see Randy or call him at 787-0421. When you do, tell him Carl sent you and maybe he'll give me a free wing or something. Remember, that's 787-0421.
Your guide to lawn care, farming, and gardening is the Farm and Garden Depot on Emory Street in Covington. For animal health, they have vitamins, dewormers, Happy Jack and Adams flea products, rabbit cages and supplies, chicken feeders and supplies, and AG Spot sprayers. Look for special coupons in this week's Covington Shopper. That's the Farm and Garden Depot, 4125 Emory Street, behind Burger King in Covington. 787-3870, 787-3870.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Riverside Park on WGFS AM 1430 from Newton High School. Richie Cleary's first pitch down a little bit low, 1-0. This inning, Cleary faces from the Parkview Panthers Todd Carlson, Michael Dart, and Rich Wiley. Newton Ram baseball. There's a called strike on the outside corner. It's 1-1. The Rams 14-2 this year. In the most recent polls that we've seen, they're ranked second in the state of Georgia. The wind, the 1-1 pitch, that one just missing. It's 2-1.
And once again, no winner in the Hard Luck Cafe. Wing ding in it. It'll stay at 60 pieces when we come to you Monday from Berkmar High School.
The wind and the pitch. There's a called strike. Cleary once again using good location. Makes the count 2-2 against Todd Carlson, who grounded to first his first time. The wind. 2-2 pitch. Bounced foul. Actually line foul down the first baseline. That may have hit the electric pole down there, the pole that they have right by the Parkview dugout.
It actually did. It hit the light pole and came directly to Brian Moon, who made the catch. So is he out?
I don't think so, because he's up there. It's 2-2.
Oh, okay.
That may have been the ground rules they were setting before this game started. 2-2 pitch. He swung and missed at it, and Moon applies the tag. As it got away from him momentarily, a strikeout and 2 unassisted, we have the first out here.
And that's going to be the 5th strikeout for Richie Cleary. He's not overpowering hitters, but he's making them swing and miss at his pitch. Brian Moon did a good job. The pitch was in the dirt. He came up with it clean, but when the ball hits in the dirt, you still have to make the tag or throw him out.
Here's Michael Dart, 1 for 2 this game, takes a pitch up high. And we harp on this constantly about walks and how they can really hurt you. Richie Cleary has only walked 1 batter. That's good. Interestingly enough, it's also the only Parkview run, the man he walked. That pitch inside, well inside, and Dart did a little darting to pull out of the way of that pitch.
Well, as they say, you can't defense that walk, and Parkview basically manufactured that run, sacrificing, and got the 2-out hit.
That one in the dirt from Cleary, hard fastball, but it's now 3-0 to the leadoff man. He singled his last time up, and Cleary had a 3-0 count on him back then, so maybe he knows a little something about the former Brookwood High School player, now a Parkview Panther shortstop. Cleary's wind, the cripple pitch, called strike, inside corner.
And not just a swan song down the plate. He made a good pitch, pitching it on the inside corner.
Brian Moon gives the sign. 3-1 pitch on the way home. That's in the dirt and low, and inside, ball 4. Cleary has walked 2 now, and that leadoff man is on. That kind of scares you. You know he's got to have some speed at first base. Rich Wiley is the hitter. Last time up, he sacrificed Dart to second. Time before, he bounced out 1-3, so a couple of 1-3s in his scorebook this game.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see them sacrificing again. They've done it basically every time they've gotten the runner on first, and now particularly down in the game, they need to get back into it.
I'm amazed by the number of left-handed batters in this Parkview order. Stretch and pitch. There's a called strike. 0-1. It's kind of like the Rams have been, and I understand now how many of the Ram opponents feel when the Rams the last few years have strolled in with all those left-handed bats in the order. Parkview has the same thing. Stretch, the 0-1 pitch. Bounce, double play ball maybe. Ryan Allen steps on a bag for 1. It's throw to first. In time, double play. 6-3 in your scorebook, and the Rams put away the Panthers here in the 5th. No runs For the Parkview Panthers here in the 5th inning, they had no hits, no one left on base. The double play takes care of the base runner. After 4.5 innings of play, the Rams on top of the Parkview Panthers. Your score, 2-1. Newton Ram baseball right here on WGFS AM 1430.
When you need insurance, here's the first thing you should do. Call your auto owner's agent. They are people just like you.
Are you age 55 or older? We've reduced the cost of auto owners' homeowners insurance 20% in Georgia. Here's why. Our statistics show mature homeowners have fewer and less costly losses. You're 55 or older?
They are people just like you.
See Steele Jones Insurance Agency, located on Floyd Street, Southeast in Covington. Or call 786-9213.
Auto owners, the no problem people.
Welcome back to Riverside Park, Newton Ram baseball, as they take on the 20th ranked team in the nation. And if you're a Ram fan, the news is good. They're on the high count of the scoreboard at 2-1. And here to try and get you some more runs for the Rams, the voice of the Rams, Kevin Holden.
Okay, Bill Dolan, thank you very much. Matt Easterday, Ryan Allen, and Brian Moon will be the three directly responsible, hopefully, for putting runs on the scoreboard this half inning, but will assist in any way possible. Easterday 0 for 1. He flied out to the right fielder his last time. As Ben Sheeter takes a look at Todd Carlson and brings the first one home, it's a called strike, 0-1. The Ram Dugout Club would like to thank Hercules for being a sponsor of Ram Baseball this year. Also, Ginn Motor Company, located on the Access Road in Covington, and Mobile Chemical Company of Covington, supporting the 95 Newton County Rams. That pitch in the dirt to Easterday, and it makes it 1-1. And also the Oaks Golf Course. Thank all of you for sponsoring, and everybody who sponsored Ram Baseball, putting advertisements in the program for the Rams in 95. We thank you for helping to make the Rams the 14-2 success that they have been so far this year. That pitch lined towards second base. On one hop, Clay Irwin is in front of it, keeps it in front. His throw to first in time, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
And Matt Easterday hit the ball right on the nose, but right at the second baseman. It one-hopped him, ate him up off his chest, but it was able to keep him in front of him. It was hit so hard, even though it rolled away from him, he still had time to pick it up and throw Matt out at first.
Ryan Allen will now be the hitter. Hitless against the lefty in this game. He's had a little trouble against left-handed batters. Came into this week hitting .318, though, as he takes the first one on the outside corner for strike one. Joe Brassfield down the line at third for the Newton Rams. Derek Coggins, the slick fielding one, down the line at first. Allen takes a look at a curveball that's low, and that makes it 1-1.
Ben Sheeter's starting to have a little problem with the breaking ball. It seems he's snapping it off a little too early. That's the last couple that have hit in the dirt. That could be good news for the Rams if he's not able to get that over. They can kind of sit on his fastball, which is not a real express.
Carlson's sign, wind and pitch, line back to the screen, makes it 1-2. The screen up very, very high for a screen behind home plate. And we are directly behind home plate in the second floor of what is the concession area and press box. We're in Joe Brassfield's office, and all year long we've talked about catching a foul ball, but that screen is up just a little too high for anything to be lined back here. The wind, 1-2 pitch, nearly hit him inside, evens the count up.
And with the time change, for the first time this year, I've really noticed the shadows that could be a problem out on the field as they're engulfing about half of left field now.
2-2 pitch on the way home, and it swung on and bounced toward third base. Salmon's backtracking in the hole. He makes the play. Throw pulls the first baseman off, and Ryan Allen safe at first. We'll check the official scoring on it, but the Rams have a base runner. And the scoring will be a single for Ryan Allen, his first hit of the game, and that'll put a runner at first, and a mighty speedy one at that. However, with the lefty and the close to balk pickoff move, we don't know what kind of action we'll see from Ryan Allen.
That was a real tough play for Jason Sammons to make as it was chopped high. The only play they had was for him to cut it off in front of the shortstop, and it would have taken a perfect throw to get him. And
First pitch, Ryan Allen is going. Here's the throw down there, and he is safe at second base. The throw beat him there, but Allen slid outside the tag. Meanwhile, the first pitch home to Brian Moon. We haven't seen the official ruling. Was it a ball or was it a strike? We don't know just yet, but Moon is talking with Joe Brassfield at third base, and Ryan Allen has a stolen base.
Real good slide by Ryan Allen as he avoided the tag and just kind of hooked the bag with his left arm. Didn't give anything to be tagged.
Moon, the right-handed batter, Switch hitter batting righty because of the lefty on the mound. He takes one inside. 1 ball, 1 strike the count, so the first one was a strike. Ryan Allen, correct that now, 2-0. So the first one was a ball to Brian Moon. We've got it straightened out here. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 down, a runner in scoring position for the Rams. Time is called. Newton scored 2 last inning. In the Hard Luck Cafe wing ding inning, seems to happen every time. Rams don't seem to hit many homers in that inning, but they score a ton of runs.
And lately they've seemed to hit a lot of home runs in the inning after, so how about Moondog taking one deep here to make up for that?
I'm sure he wouldn't mind that at all.
And I'm sure all the Ram fans wouldn't mind that.
Todd Carlson goes out and talks to Sheeter perhaps about that very same fact. Of course, the right-handed side is Moon's natural side. Learned to switch hit several years ago, but started as a right-handed batter. For that reason, most of the people who switch hit have more power from what is their natural side, and that's exactly where he's hitting right now. Stretch and pitch to him, bounce toward third base. Sammons makes the play cleanly. Throws to first in time. Ryan Allen will have to stay put at second base, makes 2 down in the inning, and brings up Luke Allen.
And Brian didn't get a real good cut on that pitch. He was full a little bit and grounded weakly to the third baseman, who did everything right on that play. Checked Ryan Allen, made sure he wasn't going anywhere, made a good strong throw, and it's going to take a 2-out base hit now from Luke.
Luke Allen was 1 for 3 in the Rockdale game, 0 for 2 here. So he's had only 1 hit this week and 5 trips to the plate. Makes him 19 for 54 so far this year. He takes a strike right down central. It's 0-1. Came into the week, though, 18 for 49. That's a 367 average. He's hurt it some, but not a lot this week. He wouldn't mind raising that with a base hit here with 2 down and that runner in scoring position. Every insurance run against the number 20 team in the nation, the Rams would not mind one bit. Pitch to Luke Allen. He was trying to bunt, lunged after a pitch, and then ended up bouncing it foul, making it 1-1.
And in today's game, we've seen the Rams not too adept with the bunt, whereas in previous games they've done well bunting. And in this game, several occasions where they've attempted to bunt, they've been unable to get it down.
Luke Allen looked like he was trying to drag one up the first baseline, but he may have left the batter's box about a half step too soon there. 1-1 pitch to him is in the dirt. It is by Todd Carlson. This will allow Ryan Allen to cruise into third base. And the Rams now with that runner just 1 base away. Still, though, it will take either a wild pitch pass ball or a single or something along that line to bring that run home. A sac fly will not do the job because there are 2 down.
And Luke needs to stay in there and not be pulling out on the breaking ball for him to be successful against this pitcher.
The lefty takes a look home now to the stretch, and he delivers. It is swung on and bounced foul. First base line, and another clean play from Derek Coggins, the first base coach.
We haven't seen him boot one yet this year, and he was bragging about a play he made in against Troup County over at Southern, and we never did get the films of it, so we can't attest to it.
Isn't that interesting? The one game that we missed, he made his greatest play. There's a swing and a hard ground ball towards short. Michael Dart makes the boot on it, and a run scores. A runner will be safe at first base. That one got away from Michael Dart. The shadows overtaking that shortstop position may have hurt him there because that one took a weird bounce right into the shadows.
He just tried to charge on the ball and mishandled it and kicked it away from him a long ways away to where he did not have a chance to pick it up and throw. And Luke hustling down to first base. At this point in time, it's not how, it's how many.
And the Rams bring another one home. They make it 3-1. Here's Richie Cleary. Cleary's had a good game here, 2 for 2. Throw to first base. Luke Allen is back in, and he was about a step away from first base there. Up by 2, you definitely do not want to take the chance of being picked off, especially with a power hitter up.
And especially with Richie Cleary hitting well, 2 for 2 on the night.
Catcher with the sign, stretch and pitch. This one's popped up in the infield. First baseman Ham gives way to the second baseman Clay Irwin. He makes the play. Rams go down in the 5th, but they pick up a run on 1 hit. 1 Parkview error, 1 man left on base, and after 5 innings of play from Riverside Park, we have moved along quickly, but if you're a Ram fan, it's been all good news. The Rams on top, 3-1. You are listening to Newton Ram Baseball on WGFS, AM 1430.
If you bury your nose in a cloud of sawdust and breathe deep, you're going to get choked up. Unless you're the new Husqvarna 36 chainsaw with air injection filtering, now available at Coast to Coast Home and Auto. Husqvarna's exclusive air injection saws run up to 20 times cleaner than any other saw on the market. With the Husky 36, you can work harder and longer without stopping for a filter change. What's more, an ergonomic design means that you can last nearly as long as your Husky. An angled front grip puts you in a comfortable working position that's less prone to fatigue, and vibration is kept to a minimum by separating the handles and engine unit. At only $199.95, you can't buy a better saw for home or farm than the Husqvarna 36 with air injection. So to keep your nose clean, stop by Coast to Coast Home and Auto on the Square in Covington to see the 36 and our entire line of quality Husqvarna products.
And here we are once again with Newton Ram baseball as we head to the top of the 6th inning already. The news is good news. The Rams on top 3-1. And here with the play-by-play, the other half of the dynamic duo, my broadcast partner, Kevin Holden.
Well, thank you very much, Bill Dolan. And for the Newton Rams, the task here is simple. Get 6 outs before Parkview can put 2 more runs on the scoreboard, and you have beaten a team ranked 20th in the nation in the Baseball Weekly polls. Due up for Parkview here in the 6th, though. Pretty tough job for Cleary in the Ram defense as Parkview sends the middle of the order, starting with Bobby McDonald. He's 0 for 2. After him will be Jason Salmons and then Billy Keppinger, who is 1 for 1 with a walk. He is the only Parkview person other than David Ham to reach base every time he has come to the plate. McDonald 0 for 2 with a pair of ground outs to first. Richie Cleary into the wind, the first pitch of inning number 6, missing perhaps a little high or a little outside, 1-0. And the quick working pitcher deals. Called strike, this time a curveball that caught the inside corner, 1-1.
Richie doing a fine job already getting into the 6th inning. Luke Allen, the designated closer, has not pitched since last Saturday, so he is fresh and available.
Here's another grounder to first, and Lance Coughlin making a misplay and safe at first base will be Bobby McDonald. So McDonald testing out Coughlin at first. The first 2 times Lance was able to make the play, but this time Coughlin misplayed it, and you have an error on the first baseman, allowing the first man to reach base, and you hate to see that. All the runs the Rams have scored so far in this game have been unearned. They don't want to return that favor to the Panthers. Here's Jason Salmons, who is 0 for 2. Cleary takes a look at that runner at first, and he comes home in the dirt, but Moon with a good stop.
One good thing, Lance, after booting it, did not try to magnify it and make an ill-fated throw. He realized he wasn't going to get him, and he put the ball in his back pocket and kept the runner at first base.
Leading away over there is McDonald. Snap throw over. He's back in. The junior hurler takes a look in, has the sign he wants, and he delivers. Low and outside. Now 2-0 to the cleanup batter. And all of a sudden, here for the Rams, they may be digging themselves a hole after taking the lead, then scoring the extra run in the 5th to pad the lead. A stretch. Cleary delivers. There's the strike on the inside corner. Makes it 2-1.
Be a good time to see the Rams execute that double play again. We've seen them do it once. Let's get another one here.
2-1 pitch. That one missing just a little bit, making it 3-1. Cleary shaking his head after getting the ball back from Moon. He wanted the call, as did many of the folks at Riverside Park who are on the Rams side. Stretch, the 3-1 pitch, bounce towards shortstop. Ryan Allen has to play a deep hop. His throw to second in time, and Ryan Moon wisely hangs on to the ball. It's 6-4 as McDonald retired at second base. Salmon safe on the fielder's choice, but a wise play by the Rams middle infield.
Very good play. Ryan got caught in between hops there, but made sure of it, and Ryan Moon, the second baseman, stayed on the bag, got it, and got out of the way before he got spiked or taken out, and the double play still in order now.
Billy Keppinger, left-handed batter, has been perfect. 1 for 1 with a base on balls. A snap throw to first. Salmons is back in. Parkview in this game has 1 run on 4 hits. The Newton Rams with 3 runs. They have had 7 hits. And now Joe Brassfield is going to call a conference in the middle of this particular at-bat as he calls the infield around the mound. Cleary had made a throw to first, but now all of a sudden here's Brassfield with the entire Ram infield. Probably discussing strategy with the Ram infield as he took a look at Lance Coughlin during most of the time he was talking. Coughlin is the first baseman.
Not really sure what they were discussing, but like you say, I'm sure it had something to do with who's going to go in the event of a bunt possibly, or... But with the 2-run lead, the Rams, if the bunt is laid down, need to concentrate and just get the 1 out. And I think that's probably what Coach Brassfield was telling them. let the runner go down to second base. Let's get the out, because that'll make 2 outs.
It's what the Rams have done throughout this game with the runner at first and 1 out. Parkview's had that situation several times. They've sacrificed. Cleary hasn't even taken a look at second. He's gone to first each time. You can let that man go into scoring position, then concentrate on the next hitter with 2 out. There's a swing and a miss. Went around on a pitch low and inside. 0-1 to Keppinger.
But in the same regard, Kevin, the bunts laid down by the Panthers in the sack situation were both perfect sacrifice bunts.
Throw to first base, and a lot of folks thought that Cleary had Salmons at first base. The field umpire disagrees, and unfortunately for Ram fans, his opinion is the only one that matters. That's the one that will stand. There's a called strike, and Cleary that time started the curveball outside the strike zone, brought it in, and Keppinger was not looking for it. It's 0-2. Another snap throw over. Salmons back in safely this time without any type of rhubarb from anybody.
Richie doing a good job of keeping him close, though, and not letting him get the big lead over there.
No balls, 2 strikes to Keppinger. And that pitch on the way, missing a little bit high. Not a bad 0-2 pitch, about shoulder level. Trying to get the left-hander to fish for something just a little high of the strike zone. Clay Irwin is on deck. He is 0 for 1 with a sacrifice. And once again, Cleary tests the runner at first, but Salmons is staying put.
I think that run the Rams got last inning might have taken Parkview out of the sacrifice situation.
That pitch up high makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Down by 2 with only 2 innings. To do any kind of damage, you've got to look for the multi-run inning. Moon has the sign, gives it to Cleary. Here's the pitch, bounced foul, first base side. Stays 2-2. A major league manager that is well known talks about crooked numbers on the scoreboard. The multi-run innings, you don't want too many goose eggs or single digits or ones on the scoreboard. You want the crooked numbers. Rams had a crooked number in the 4th as they put 2 across, but that's the only crooked number that we've had in the scorebook from either side so far. Parkview with only a single run in the 4th. Stretch, and the pitch, bounce towards second base. Ryan Moon charges, it's under his legs and into right field. Going around second and heading for third is Salmons. He'll be in safely. It's an error on the second baseman, Moon, putting runners at the corners with 1 down, and now Cleary and the Rams have a legitimate jam.
I think Ryan Moon just rushed that a little bit, thinking in terms of trying to get 2, and just failed to get all the way down on the ball, and it went right through the wickets.
Brent Irwin will come to the plate. Clay Irwin, rather. The second baseman for the Parkview Panthers. He's 0 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt. Now with first and third and Parkview down by 2. You'll wonder what they will do here. Less than 2 out. Only 1 out in the inning. The double play is still a possibility with that man at first. Will they send him and put him in scoring position? Stretch, first pitch. That one just misses. It's 1-0.
I honestly believe with a 2-run lead, if you see the runner going, I think Brian Moon will throw all the way through and try and get the out down at second base.
Cleary fakes a throw toward third, looks toward first, and that play yet again does not work, and we've officially lost count on the number of times consecutively that play has not worked. Pitch home, missing a little high and tight, 2-0.
Now that's something Richie definitely doesn't want to do, is walk this hitter and load the bases.
Runners leading away, the 2-0 pitch. That one's also up high, making it 3-0. One more wide one, and we'll have bases loaded for David Ham, who is 2 for 2. Cleary to the belt. He comes home. There's the called strike. That one caught the outside corner. 3-1. Cleary had brought the last few toward the inside part of the plate. Wasn't getting the calls there. He did on the outside part. I'd look for him to go back that way. He does, and it's bounced foul. 3-2.
And a boot down there by the third base coach as he failed to come up with it cleanly.
Hard hit ball, though. We can give the third base coach, Hugh Buchanan, some credit. Parkview's third base coach, I'm sure, has fielded a few of those in his time, but that one pretty hard hit. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4 inside. And down to first base goes Clay Irwin. Cleary tried to come back inside and missed. And now a bases loaded, 1 down situation. And nail-biting time yet again. An 8 Quad A South game. Very, very close, like most of them. And another big-time situation. David Ham is the hitter. Parkview first baseman, a left-handed batter. Ram infield is in at the corners. The first pitch missing inside. Nowhere to put this guy.
And the strike zone has really gotten smaller as this umpire continues to squeeze Richie clear.
The sign, the wind, the 1-0 pitch. That one missed high. 2 balls, no strikes. We don't, as of yet, see any action for the Newton Rams in their bullpen, so Brassfield is going with Richie Cleary here. The wind, the 2-0 pitch. Called strike, 2-1. Of course, the pitcher who you would bring in a circumstance like this if you didn't want Richie Cleary would be Luke Allen, and he is in center field. Cleary's wind is 2-1 on the way home. It is popped up shallow left field. This one could be trouble. Coming a long way from shortstop and not able to make the play is Ryan Allen. 1 run will score. Everybody else safe. A base hit to perhaps the worst part with that drawn-in infield. And the shortstop, Ryan Allen, ran a mile to try to make the play and make the diving stop, but couldn't. It's now a 3-2 game with the bases loaded and 1 out, and a crucial batter for Cleary and the Rams. Coming to the plate in Micah Davis.
Richie has had a lot of success against him. He struck him out twice, and oh, brother, could he use the strikeout now.
Here comes Brassfield out to the mound. Sam Allen will come in, and so will Brian Moon and Lance Cawthon. Those are all seniors coming in. Ryan Allen, also a senior, moving in from shortstop, and Ryan Moon, the sophomore second baseman, will come in and join this conference. What opened this up were the errors for the Rams. It started because of an error by Lance Cawthon at first base. Then after Jason Sammons reached on a fielder's choice, Billy Keppinger reached on a ground ball to second that rolled between the legs of Ryan Moon. That man came around to score later on. After Irwin walked, a single allowed him to score. Put a runner at third in Keppinger, at second in Irwin, and at first in David Ham. 1 down and the bases loaded, and Micah Davis, a right-handed batter, is up. Moon's sign, Cleary's wind, his first pitch home is low, and Moon with a good stop.
Once again, no place to put any of these runners, so Richie's got to throw strikes.
Cleary coming into this game had walked only 9 batters, 1 of them intentional. He had struck out 25. The wind and the pitch home. Called strike, fastball in the perfect spot on the outside corner. He evens the count. Infield is in at the corners. Back up the middle, hoping for the double play ball. Another called strike outside corner makes it 1-2.
And he's shown him both pitches here. He's got him set up basically to throw whatever he wants. He needs to make the pitch and do it right here.
1-2 pitch on the way home, and swung on and popped up to left field. Going back on it, still back on it is Easterday. He'll make the catch. Tagging at third base and coming around to score is Billy Keppinger, and we have a tie ball game. It's 3-3. That one to left field and deeply hit, and Easterday was near the track when he made the catch, and of course that was deep enough to bring the man home and tie this ball game.
And a couple of unearned runs having scored here in this inning, the direct results of errors by the Rams in the field. They had been playing very well defensively, and they kind of fell apart this inning.
So with the tie score in first and second, here's Todd Carlson. He is 0 for 2. A ground out and a strikeout. Cleary's first pitch to him, taken for a strike. That one right down the heart of the plate. It is 0-1. Important for Cleary to come after this man, keep the score tied. The Rams have the 5, 6, and 7 spots due up in the bottom of the 6th. There's a line drive foul down the right side, and Cleary is up here 0-2. Parkview comes into this game 12-2, 4-0 in sub-region play. Rams also 4-0. A matchup of the unbeatens. This pitch, a little bit low, makes it 1-2.
And once again, a very, very borderline pitch by Richie Cleary, and once again, he did not get the call.
Cleary will check the runners at second and first, and he will come home. Called strike 3 at the knees. Richie Cleary makes it out of the jam, but not before Parkview can send 2 men home. They do so on 1 hit. 2 Ram errors. That makes the 2 runs unearned. 2 men left on base for the Parkview Panthers. A close 8 Quad A South game. Imagine that, folks. 3-3 as we go to the bottom half of inning number 6. You, of course, are listening to Newton Ram Baseball right here on WGFS AM 1430.
It's April's Best Buys of the Month going on now at Mayfield Ace Hardware. A Wedco 2.5-gallon poly can, only $2.77. Ace long-handled shovels, $9.99 each. Wesley's Car Wash or Tire Cleaner, $1.99 each. And an Ace 34-gallon trash can, only $8.77. It's April's Best Buys of the Month going on now at Mayfield Ace Hardware on the Square and in Newton Plaza.
Did you know that termites cause more damage to homes annually than fires, floods, and natural disasters combined? To protect your home from termites and other pests, call Cleary Exterminating at 786-4937. They'll send them packing termites and beetles, fleas, rats and mice, roaches, and ants. Commercial or residential, we can help get rid of what bugs you. Call Cleary Exterminating on Highway 278 in Covington. 786-4937. At Cleary Exterminating, we make mouse calls.
Hey, Carl, the greenskeeper here for the Hard Luck Cafe. You know, that's that little red building down by Nationwise. After a hard day hunting varmints on the golf course, I love to stop by and get some hot wings from the Hard Luck Cafe. They've got them all the way from that extra mile up to my favorite, TNT. It's a real Cinderella story how Randy has become king of the wings. So stop by and see Randy or call him at 787-0421. When you do, tell him Carl sent you and maybe he'll give me a free wing or something. Remember, that's 787-0421.
And welcome back to Riverside Park. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's a brand new ball game. We're all knotted up at 3-3. And here to bring you home, Kevin Holden.
Okay, Bill Dolan, thank you very much. Are we relaxed? How can you be in an 8 Quad A South game tied at 3 apiece? Sam Allen, the first man up, first pitch to him, about 2 feet in front of home plate, ball 1. It'll be Sam Allen, Lance Cawthon, and Brent Johnson. The first 3 due up. If anybody can get on, it would then be Ryan Moon, the second baseman, and then Easterday, the left fielder.
And once again, Ben Sheeter's breaking ball way out in front of the plate again, so Sam can kind of sit on one that he can drive here.
This game has moved along very quickly, only about an hour and a half old. There's a called strike, making it 1-1. Sam Allen in this game is 0 for 2. He did reach on an error, came around to score on a wild pitch from Sheeter. Carlson's sign, Sheeter's wind is 1-1. Line towards short, but coming across his dart near the second base bag. He makes the play and is throw to first in time.
Once again, Sam Allen hitting the ball hard, but right at the shortstop, who got the Sunday hop and was able to easily retire Sam at first.
Here's Cawthon. He is 2 for 2 and would not mind continuing that streak here. The Rams looking for a base runner any way they can receive one right now and try to put that run across. Parkview with 2 in the 6th has tied this one at 3 apiece. There is a called strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. And Ben Sheeter has had the benefit in this half inning of having that outside corner.
And Richie Cleary did not get any calls on the outside corner in the previous inning.
The wind, the 0-1 pitch. Another called strike. Inside corner this time makes it 0-2. These two teams 8-0 combined in sub-region play. Only 2 losses per team. Pretty even. And it's even on the scoreboard, 3-3 here in the 6th. 0-2 pitch on the way home. Inside, nearly hit Cawthon. Makes it 1-2.
Lance had to do a little bit of a dance to get out of the way there. We look down into the bullpen and see Luke Allen loosening up down there. I wonder if he's going to come in and pitch in the 7th.
Wind and the pitch home. A little outside, goes to 2-2. If the Rams score, I think you can definitely look for something from Luke Allen. If they don't, they may start with Cleary. Then if a base runner reaches, they may bring Luke Allen in. 2-2 pitch on the way home to Cawthon. That one missing way outside. A disciplined hitter, Lance Cawthon, has made it 3-2.
The Rams are a better team with Luke Allen in center field, so you kind of lose something when he comes in to pitch.
Payoff pitch is due to the senior first baseman. Here it is. Popped up right center field. No one may get this one, and a diving try, but not able to make the catch is McDonald. And Cawthon safe at first. The hot hitting continues for the Ram first baseman. 3 for 3 with 3 singles.
And just another little Texas leaguer that fell in out there. Lance leading the charm life today. The ball's landing in there, but he did a good job of battling back in the count after getting behind with 2 strikes on him and made the pitcher throw him something he could hit. So good credit Lance Cawthon with just a good job of hitting.
And Brent Johnson, 1 for 2 on the night, steps to the plate with a chance to do something with that runner at first. Throw over there. Cawthon is back in. And don't look for him to take too much of a lead away from first base. Look for him to be cautious at first base as he was the last time he was there. His first time up, he was stranded at second. Second time up, stranded at third base. Perhaps he can go 1 base farther, give the Rams the lead. Pitch to Johnson. Called strike somewhere in the vicinity of the outside corner. Makes it 0-1.
And suddenly the strike zone has grown a little wider.
Johnson will take a look down at Joe Brassfield. The third base coach relays the Sheeter. He comes home with this one and nearly hits Johnson as he has to turn inside. Makes the count a ball and a strike, and that one another inch or 2 inside. The Rams could have another base runner.
Brown almost took one for the team there.
And would not have minded it a bit, I have a feeling. He's a big guy. He can stand the pain and would like that extra base runner to put a man in scoring position. He takes a pitch in the dirt, making it 2-1. Cawthon staying put.
Brent Johnson finally getting a chance to play and hit, coming up as the designated hitter. Would like to atone for his last at-bat where he popped up weakly to the second baseman with a runner on third base.
Sheeter with the stretch. He'll go to first again, and once again Cawthon is back. Lance Cawthon probably not used to the attention that he's receiving over there at first base. Not surprisingly, he has not attempted a stolen base this year.
And he only had about a half a step lead off the base when Sheeter threw over there.
Johnson, another senior, awaits the pitch, swings and pops it foul behind the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Brent Johnson, who came into this week 2 for 9, 1 for 2 in this game.
Brent a little upset with himself after that when he got a pitch that he felt like he could have hit. It was a fastball up a little bit, and he fouled it back.
Rams' next action against the Berkmar Patriots at Berkmar on Monday. Of course, we'll have that live on WGFS. Here's a swing and a pop fly in the infield. Making the catch is the second baseman, Clay Irwin. And once again, Brent Johnson with a runner on in kind of a crucial situation pops up to the second baseman.
Just really not getting a good swing at all. Just kind of fought it off and hit a really weak pop-up to the second baseman. That's going to leave up to Ryan Moon. Let's see if he can atone for that one through the wickets in the last inning.
He was 0 for 2, or is 0 for 2 coming into this, a fly out and a ground out. And once again, Sheeter goes to first. And once again, Cawthon is in standing up.
And if you're looking ahead to the top of the 7th inning, the Parkview Panthers will send up the top of the order.
Rams have their work cut out for them in this tie game. Pitch to Moon, swings hard but fouls it back to the screen. It's 0-1. Ryan Moon has come in over the last week and a half and done an admirable job as the Rams second baseman. Has had a few mental lapses out there, but for the most part has done a very good job, and that middle infield defense has gotten a lot better since Moon has come up to play second base. He swings and lines one here on a hop, but the second baseman, Irwin, has it, and his throw to first will be in time. For the Rams, a base hit, but that runner stranded at first base. And after 6 innings of play, we are tied at 3 from Riverside Park as the Rams and Parkview Panthers going head-to-head in 8 Quad A South. Newton Ram Baseball on WGFS, AM 1430.
For the best in chiropractic care, visit Lithonia First Chiropractic. Dr. Michael Brust specializes in nerve and spine rehabilitation. Call for an appointment, 482-1114, 482-1114. Most insurance accepted, and we take care of your insurance paperwork at no charge to you. Call Lithonia First Chiropractic at 3081 Stone Mountain Street in Lithonia, 482-1114. 482-1114.
Charles Evans Nissan refuses to be undersold. We will meet or beat any advertised price on any in-stock unit. If you are tired of high pressure and the runaround, come to Charles Evans Nissan in Conyers. We put the fun back into buying a car. Charles Evans Nissan is located at 1420 Iris Drive in Conyers, 922-7600. Remember, Charles Evans Nissan. We won't be undersold. That's 922-7600.
And how much more exciting can you want it? We head to the top of the 7th inning. The score is tied at 3-3 between the 2 top teams in Region 8 Quad A South. And here to bring you the play-by-play, none other than Kevin Holden.
The phrase, "this game is not for the faint of heart," comes to mind, and I think it's fitting right here. Michael Dart leads it off for the Parkview Panthers. He'll be followed by Rich Wiley and Bobby McDonald. That's the top of the order from Parkview, and Richie Cleary will start this 7th inning. If a base runner gets on, you may look to see Luke Allen come in. First pitch, called strike, 0-1. During the warm-up tosses, Cleary's curveball had terrific break on it. The warm-up tosses coming into this inning. He started with it. First pitch here. 0-1 pitch. Another called strike. It's 0-2. Same pitch.
Richie has the confidence back in it, and I think he's going to come after him. If he can get any calls at all from his umpire, he's still got good stuff left.
Dart is 1 for 2 with a base on balls, and he looks at the 0-2 up high.
I would say right now Richie's really got him set up with those breaking balls just to bust him in on the hands with the good heat.
Moon with the sign. Richie's wind and pitch. Line, and the second baseman, Ryan Moon, makes the play. And it was a line out to the second baseman. Lance Cawthon was standing near first base. Moon wanted to throw over, but he made the play without the ball touching the ground, and that, of course, is out number 1.
I'm not sure if he knew whether he had or not. From our point of view, it was obvious that the ball had stayed off the ground. Kind of a, what do I do now, Coach? But 1 down, and that's a big out.
Most certainly. Psychologically, the Rams in much better position now. Rich Wiley Takes a look at the first one. There's a strike, 0-1. The Rams needing to establish the momentum going into the bottom of the 7th. They started off with Easterday, who came into this week at 400. Stay tuned, folks. Pitch up high, 1-1.
And Matt has hit the ball very hard, both of his at-bats. He's gotten some good swings at Ben Sheeter, the pitcher.
That one just missing. Count goes to 2-1. A good pitch from Cleary, very close to the strike zone. Moon sign. Cleary's wind, 2-1 pitch home. That one's high and tight. Makes it 3-1. That 1-1 offering that was called a ball is very big here. It could be 2-2, but instead now Cleary has to come in with something the hitter can drive. The 3-1 is driven toward left, but Easterday is under it and puts it away, and that's the second out.
That's a big pitch made by Richie Cleary there with a 3-1 count as the hitter thought he could drive the ball, Rich Wiley, but he hit a can of corn. Matt Easterday camped under it, and we've got 2 down.
Well, so far, Richie Cleary has left no doubt as to who he wants to finish the game. He wants himself to finish this one out. Bobby McDonald is 0 for 3, and he looks at the first pitch down low and inside, ball 1. Couple of ground outs. He's also reached on an error by the first baseman. In fact, everything that McDonald has hit has gone to Lance Cawthon at first. This pitch is low and inside and back to the screen. 2 balls, no strikes.
And if you're Lance Cawthon down there, you better be ready, because right now the odds say it's coming to you.
A couple of errors by the Rams last inning opened up the 2-run attack from the Panthers, tying this game at 3 apiece. 2-0 pitch on the way. There's a swing and a miss. And Cleary's breaking ball is about as good as it has been all year. That has been his main pitch, as a matter of fact, despite the velocity with which he throws the fastball.
And Bobby McDonald might have helped him out a little bit there as that pitch appeared to be going low and in the dirt.
2-1, just missing outside, making it 3-1. And Richie Cleary doesn't have much of a strike zone to work with here the last couple of innings. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 down. This one is a called strike, evening the count up at 3-2. We're in the top half of the 7th, tied at 3, 8 Quad A South action. Parkview Panthers number 20 in the nation. Newton Rams 2nd in the state at the last check. The payoff pitch on the way home, and it's bounced to, guess who? Lance Cawthon. He's going to feed Richie Cleary. And out at first base is Bobby McDonald, and he's become the most predictable hitter in this Parkview order so far. Big inning for the Rams as Parkview goes down 1-2-3. Bottom half of the 7th, and 1 run could end this thing. It's the Newton Rams and Parkview Panthers tied at 3 apiece. Newton Ram baseball on WGFS AM 1430.
The people at East Metro Communications know that it's not nice to brag, but they have got to do it. They want everyone to know that they have received the AirTouch Cellular Small Market Agent of the Year Award. This means East Metro Communications outperformed 35 other AirTouch Cellular agents. Their customer service record has put them ahead of the competition. This is the 14th time East Metro has been recognized for outstanding performance. That's East Metro Communications Incorporated, 7115 Highway 278, 786-6796. And now through May 13th, new customers and some existing ones may be eligible for $100 airtime free. Call or stop by for details. That's East Metro Communications, located on Highway 278 in Covington, 786-6796. East Metro Communications is an authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular, the new name for Pactel.
We're ready to do it. We're heading to the bottom of the 7th inning. The score is tied 3-3. All it takes is 1, and we go home. Here to get you that run, hopefully, Kevin Holden.
Okay, Bill Dolan, thank you very much. Here in the bottom of the 7th, we started off with Matt Easterday. He'll be followed by the top of the order, Ryan Allen and Brian Moon. 1 run, 1 measly little run here in this half inning could put away the number 20 team in the nation and move the Rams to 5-0 in the sub-region for the first time in a long, long time. Easterday 0 for 2 so far in this game, but a couple of hard-hit balls. Ben Sheeter out there. He's pitched a fine game. No earned runs so far. Easterday swings and lines the first one. Right fielder McDonald, though, is back on it, and he makes the catch for the first out. Easterday once again lines one hard, but right where McDonald was standing.
They evidently have a pretty good scouting report on Matt Easterday because the right fielder playing more towards right center on him, and Matt Easterday's hit it hard to him twice and also a rocket to the second baseman.
Ryan Allen up there, lefty against lefty. He swings and misses at the first pitch, and he looked fooled as he was bailing toward first base.
And Ben Sheeter still appears to have pretty good stuff himself as he's pitching in his 7th inning also.
Todd Carlson behind the plate for all 7 innings. The sign, here's the wind and pitch. Bounced toward first base, but fielded cleanly by David Ham. He steps on the first base bag. That's the second out. 1 out away from going to extra innings, and Brian Moon will be the next hitter here for the Rams. He's 1 for 3, a single, a strikeout, and a ground out.
Brian Moon with 1 home run this season. That came from the left side. Wouldn't this be a great situation for him to find it from the right side?
If the left-hander can groove one to Moon, he may have the shot to do it. It is 320 down the left field line here. The wind. First pitch to Moon is in the dirt. Ball 1. If we do go to extra innings, Parkview will send up the 4, 5, and 6 spots in the order. Jason Sammons, Billy Keppinger, and Clay Irwin. First of all, we'll concentrate on Moon, and that pitch 5 feet in front of home plate. Whatever Sheeter is trying to throw to Moon is not making it there. It's 2-0.
Brian Moon in a real good position right here because Sheeter does not want to put a runner on base, and Brian Moon can really look for his pitch right here at 2-0.
Carlson's sign, the wind to 2-0 pitch, also low. It's 3-0, and on deck is Luke Allen. You would see lefty versus lefty if Luke was up there, but of course he's another hitter who's due for a good long base hit, be it in the gap or out of the ballpark. He has struggled a bit this week. Moon takes a look at 1 for strike 1 near the outside corner.
And on 2-0, Brian did a real good job of taking that pitch. It wasn't where he wanted to drive it and ended up taking it for the ball to get him ahead 3-0.
He may even be taking here 3-1. He's swinging, and it's grounded out towards second. Irwin has the play, and folks, we are headed to extra innings. The Newton Rams go down 1-2-3. We go to the 8th inning from Riverside Park. These two mammoth teams tied at 3 apiece. Newton Ram baseball on WGFS AM 1430.
When you need insurance, here's the first thing you should do. Call your auto owner's agent. They are people just like you.
Take the worry out of insurance claims with Auto Owners Insurance. Ranked as one of the top companies in the United States for claim service by a national consumer magazine, you'll enjoy a quick and fair settlement of your personal or business loss. In fact, we're known as the no-problem people because service is our claim to fame. See your Auto Owners Insurance agent today.
Call your auto owner's agents. They are people just like you.
See Steele Jones Insurance Agency, located on Floyd Street Southeast in Covington. Or call 786-9213.
Auto owners, the no-problem people.
And welcome back to Riverside Park. And for the 3rd time in the last 5 games, we're going to extra innings. Does that mean we get extra money? I doubt it. But here to bring you the play-by-play in the top of the 8th, Kevin Holden.
Okay, Bill Dolan, thank you very much. We'll ignore that. Richie Cleary in the 8th inning will face Sammons, Keppinger, and Irwin. The 4, 5, and 6 spots in the order. Couldn't ask for a better game between two teams, a combined 8-0 in the sub-region.
And they're playing like it. A couple of innings, a little rough in the field for both teams that led to the runs. The Rams, all 3 of their runs unearned, and 2 of the runs unearned for the Parkview Panthers.
And the Ram Conference on the mound to begin this 8th inning, as once again we play an extra inning game. Rams, last time they were here at Riverside Park, played in extra innings. It was 8 innings against Escambia. We won't jinx what happened, but we will tell you this much. Last time when there was an 8-inning game here at Riverside Park, the Ram defense had the same problems they did in the 6th inning here, and they lost 4-2. Jason Sammons, the first man up for the Parkview Panthers. And out there for his 8th inning of work is Richie Cleary. The Rams have 4 complete games this year. Looking for number 5 if Cleary can go the full way. His wind first pitch to Sammons, swung on and missed. The man was looking for something deep, but came up with nothing.
Real good straight change by Richie Cleary. Had Sammons way out in front, and he wasn't anywhere near.
Wind the 0-1 pitch. Line right back past the pitcher. Ryan Moon will take it and flip on to first for out number 1. So Ryan Moon, after having the misplay that helped open up the 2-run rally by the Parkview Panthers in the 6th fields, won cleanly here.
And Ryan Moon moved quickly up the middle and plugged the hole and threw him out at first.
Billy Keppinger is 1 for 2. He has reached base, though, every time up. Once he reached on an error, also was walked 1 time. He takes a pitch up high.
Little explanation for those that don't know, Ryan Moon's nickname is Plug.
We're going to have someone give us an official explanation of why he's called Plug. There's a pitch low and inside, ball 2. And Richie Cleary Takes a long look in after missing with that one.
Once again, Ritchie working to a very tight strike zone.
Moon with the sign. Wind and the 2-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. And Cleary used the breaking ball in a good spot on the inside corner there.
Making the pitches he has to do because he's not getting the calls from the umpire.
2-1 pitch, just missing outside, 3-1. If the Rams can hold the Parkview Panthers here in the 8th, they have the 3, 4, and 5 spots in the bottom of the order coming up in the bottom of the inning. There's a swing and a bouncer foul, first baseline. And the scoreboard full on the ball and strike side as it's 3-2.
Real good pitch by Richie Cleary there with a 3-1 count. Came in with the breaking ball, and Billy Keppinger fouling it down the first baseline. He's fouled a lot of balls down that first baseline tonight.
3-2 pitch. Ball 4, not exactly sure where that missed, but safe at first base on the base on balls is Keppinger. Cleary has not given up a base hit since the hit to Ham back in the 6th inning, that loop single that scored the run. And Moon will go out and talk with Cleary, who is visibly upset. He hasn't missed by much.
And I still have yet to figure out where that last pitch was. I thought Richie had struck him out. It looked like a perfect pitch. As you say, visibly upset, and Brian Moon doing what he needs to do as the catcher, the quarterback out there, as Coach Brassfield calls him, going out and calming Richie down, because this ball game's still very much on the line, and Richie needs to bear down and get the old wholesaler here.
An important batter here. Clay Irwin is hitless in this game. He was thinking about bunting. Snap throw to first base. Not in time as Keppinger scrambles back to the bag. That first pitch was strike 1 to Clay Irwin. He struck out his first time, sacrificed 1-3. That was in the 4th inning, then walked in the 6th. Moon with the sign, stretch and pitch. Bounced foul, third baseline. 0-2.
And that'll allow Sam Allen to back up a little bit, because that ball almost got by him down the line. That would have been a disaster.
If it had, there would have probably been at the very least 2 runners in scoring position. Cleary peers in at his catcher, has what he wants. He goes to the belt and fires the 0-2 home. It's a swing and a miss. Runner heads for second base. The throw down, they may have him in a rundown. Ryan Allen going toward first, and he's going to try to apply the tag. He's out. That was actually Ryan Moon, the Rams' second baseman. So a double play of unusual sorts. You have a strikeout, then out on the rundown on, I guess what you could call an attempted caught stealing. 2-4 on the putout, and Ryan Moon, heads-up defensive play, gets the Rams out of this 8th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. Bottom of the 8th coming up as we're giving you more for your money. Extra innings from Riverside Park, tied at 3. Newton Ram Baseball, WGFS, AM 1430.
If you're a serious sports fan crying out for serious sports talk, then you need to tune in to WGFS AM 1430 every Saturday between 10 and 12 as we bring you Sports Source Weekly, sports talk for the serious sports fan. Todd Q. Chapman and Kevin Holden will be fielding your phone calls. We'll be discussing a variety of sports on the professional level, collegiate level, as well as local high school sports. That is Sports Source Weekly, heard every Saturday between 10 and 12 with Todd Q. Chapman and Kevin Holden, right here on WGFS AM 1430. The Farm and Garden Depot on Emory Street in Covington offers spring fever savings. In Gardener's Picks, they have Easter flowers and baskets, bedding plants, pesticides, cross ties, vegetable seeds, gardening hand tools, weed and feed fertilizer, and Pennington products. Pine straw only $2.99. And look for special coupons in this week's Covington Shopper. The Farm and Garden Depot on Emory Street behind Burger King, 787-3870.
And back to Riverside Park, Newton Ram Baseball in front of a huge crowd here. And if you're out there on the hill and you can hear us, give us a loud yell as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. And here to give you the play-by-play, Kevin Holden.
Bill Dolan, thank you very much. You cannot ask for a more exciting affair here from Riverside Park. It's been a quick mover, under 2 hours, and we've already played 1 extra inning. We may be headed for more. Ram fans would hope not. Luke Allen starts it off. He's 0 for 3. He has reached on an error by the shortstop, Michael Dart. The wind, the first pitch to him is popped up. Third base side, this one will fall out of play, 0-1. As the third baseman, Salmons, and the left fielder, Keppinger, gave chase but ran out of room out there. It'll be Luke Allen, Richie Cleary, and Sam Allen. The heart of the Ram order with a chance to score 1 run and put the Panthers home unhappy. The wind and the pitch to Luke Allen. This one bounced first base side and foul and bobbled by the first base coach, Derek Coggins.
And his first error of the season there.
Don't know exactly what his number would be in the scorebook, but charge an E to the first base coach. Of course, if he could find a way to make Luke Allen be on base because of that error, that'd be fine as well. Pitch to him, missing by just a little bit, low, 1-2. And in this particular case, Sheeter isn't getting the close call either.
Luke Allen trying to battle back in the count, reminiscent of his at-bat against Salem.
1-2 pitch on the way home, and he swings and foul, tips it, goes down on strikes. For Sheeter, his first strikeout, the first out of this inning, but in the game, that'll be strikeout number 4. And it will bring up Richie Cleary. Cleary in this game is 2 for 3, and time is called. Hugh Buchanan is going out to talk to Sheeter, and Todd Carlson will come out and join the discussion. Richie Cleary, a big-time power hitter. They may discuss how to pitch Mr. Cleary with Sam Allen on deck, and he's hitless in this game, Sam Allen is.
And Richie Cleary with 2 at-bats, and also the can of corn pop-up to the second baseman to end the 5th inning. That was kind of a critical play there where he got under it a little bit. They definitely don't want to make a mistake to the big guy here, though, because we'll be going home if they do.
Richie Cleary is the Ram leader in home runs this year with 3. He had 12 RBI coming into this week's play. Batting .271 going into the Rockdale game. He was hitless in that game, 0 for 3. He's atoned for that to an extent with the 2 for 3 performance. He would mind nothing more than to make it 3 for 4. The wind, Sheeter delivers. That was an off-speed pitch, low and outside. That may have been exactly what was discussed, throwing off speed to Cleary.
But Sheeter is having a little bit more trouble with his off-speed stuff, so a base runner is a base runner at this point in time.
The pitch, another curveball. That one's also low, and it's 2-0. And all of a sudden, if Sheeter falls behind, he's got one of 2 options. He can just walk Cleary, or he can give him something to hit. And, folks, if it's a fastball, it could be lost in a hurry. At least more so to Cleary than most of the Ram hitters. 2-0 pitch. That was a fastball, but it was too low. And all of a sudden now, 3-0.
And Sam Allen has hit the ball hard his last 2 times at bat, so you wouldn't mind seeing him come up to bat with a runner on base.
Carlson with the sign. 3-0 pitch on the way. Cleary was taking all the way. It's a strike. That might not have been a bad situation to turn the hitter loose. That was a fastball right where Richie Cleary likes it. 3-1 pitch on the way home. He swings and misses. Got another fastball, but swung just a little bit over it. Makes it 3-2.
A little bit up and outside, and Richie tried to take that one downtown and couldn't quite come up with it.
Payoff pitch on the way to him. Here it is. He pops it up foul. This one will fall out of play, and Cleary stays alive, drawing a little bit of applause from Joe Brasfield, the third base coach of the Rams, who has done a lot of screaming, especially last week. 5 games in 6 days left him a little bit hoarse coming into this week's action. This one to Cleary is low, ball 4. And Richie Cleary, the Newton Rams designated power hitter, credit him here. He walks for what is only the 4th time of the year, but being disciplined, not trying to be the hero. Key thing for the Rams is to have that base runner.
That was a pitch that he probably could have chased after, would have had a hard time handling it, but did the right thing and took the walk for the team. Rams with a chance, and senior Sam Allen up there, who, as we said, has hit the ball on the nose the last 2 times up.
Cleary will stay out there at first base with Sam Allen, the hitter. First pitch home to him was inside. It nearly hit Sam Allen. He had to duck out of the way with the back foot. It makes it 1-0. I thought we might see Britt Mask at first base running for Cleary, but Coach Brasfield deciding to stick with Cleary out there. Of course, Cleary is 6 for 6 in stolen base attempts, most of those on the delayed steal. This one to Sam Allen, line foul, makes it 1-1.
Sam really had that pitch measured, got a good rip at it, and just fouled it back.
8 innings of exciting 8 Quad A South baseball from Riverside Park. You cannot ask for it any better than this. These 2 teams with 26 wins between them already and only 4 losses. That's quite a winning percentage. Sam Allen coming into this week was a .260 hitter, but helped to atone for that with a strong performance against Rockdale, 2 for 3 with a single and a solo home run.
That home run turned out to be the difference in the ball game as the Rams held on for that big 4-3 win.
Cleary leads away. Pitch on the way home to Sam Allen, and off speed. He was well out in front and looking to drive it hard, but was too far out in front. He's in a hole 1-2.
And Sam still struggling a little bit with that off-speed pitch. Really anxious up there to drive the fastball and was badly fooled by the off-speed.
Sheeter checks the runner. He comes home, and this one is popped up first base side, and it may stay in play for Ham. It does. That's the second out. Sam Allen trying to use a little body English to try to push that one foul, but not so. And here's Lance Cawthon. And Cawthon has had a fine day at the plate, 3 for 3, all of them singles.
And we'd like to see him get a another poke out there and maybe give Brent Johnson a chance to atone for his troubles he's had in his earlier at-bats.
Runner going with the first pitch. It's down low. Here's the throw down there, and not in time. It's a stolen base for Richie Cleary, and what helped Cleary steal that base was confusion of the Parkview Panther middle infield. Dart and Irwin were confused as to who was supposed to take the second base bag. That allowed Cleary to move up into scoring position.
And now with 2 outs, Richie will be able to get away from the bag, so if Lance could drop one in there, this could be the ball game here.
Sheeter will step off, and they're going to intentionally walk Cawthon to get to Brent Johnson. And Johnson, who has had very little playing time in terms of at-bats this year, would really like to help his cause here, possibly for more playing time in the future, as he's the DH in this game. He's 1 for 3, a single, but now his last 2 times up has had trouble in the clutch, Bill.
Yes, he has. He's hit 2 very weak little pop-ups to the second baseman. And we have seen Brent drive the ball hard on occasion. In fact, one of the games in the South Metro tournament, he drilled one to the right center field fence, almost home run distance. In fact, it might have been going out of here. So I'd love to see him get a hold of one and gap one here.
First and second, 2 down, tie game, 8th inning, first pitch to Johnson, inside, ball 1. Ben Sheeter has gone the entire way for the Parkview Panthers, has not given up an earned run yet. It has been a tremendous matchup of these 8 Quad A South big-time teams, 8-0 between them in sub-region play. Now the pitcher will step off. Cleary will go back to second, and Cawthon back to first. David Ham playing in behind the runner at first. That allows Cawthon to take an extra step or 2 away from the bag. Pitch to Johnson is hit hard toward right center field. Going back on it, McDonald and Wiley, and this one is off the wall. And Richie Cleary will score. The Rams have won the game in extra innings. Brent Johnson with the game-winning hit to right center field. The Rams have picked up what is so far their biggest victory of 1995, a 4-3 win over the Parkview Panthers. Oh, baby, what a game. The Rams beating the number 20 in the nation, Parkview Panthers, in extra innings.
And Brent Johnson made them pay for that. Don't you love to see it when they walk the guy in front of you, come up, and I talked about right center field, and where did he hit it, Kevin Holden? He hit it a mile to right center field. They weren't going to catch that one. Richie Cleary scoring easily. Unfortunately for Brent, he only gets credit for a single, but I don't think he cares. He drives home the winning run, and the Rams have to be taken for real now. They go to 5-0 in the sub-region, and maybe they'll move up in those state rankings when they come out.
We will be back to calm our nerves and give you the wrap-up right after this. Ram Baseball on WGFS AM 1430.
If you want to save money on a great chainsaw, you want the Husqvarna 51. Because right now it costs for easy starting. What's more, it has one of the industry's lowest vibration ratings. It all adds up to a saw that lets you do a lot more with a lot less effort. No wonder professional loggers choose Husqvarna. So pick up your own Husqvarna, the Husky 51, and save big. It's just $329.95 at Coast to Coast Home and Auto. Call them at 786-7979 for more information, or see them on the square in downtown Covington.
The people at East Metro Communications know that it's not nice to brag, but they have got to do it. They want everyone to know that they have received the AirTouch Cellular Small Market Agent of the Year Award. This means East Metro Communications outperformed 35 other AirTouch Cellular agents. Their customer service record has put them ahead of the competition. This is the 14th time East Metro has been recognized for outstanding performance. That's East Metro Communications Incorporated, 7115 Highway 278, 786-6796. And now through May 13th, new customers and some existing ones may be eligible for $100 airtime free. Call or stop by for details. That's East Metro Communications, located on Highway 278 in Covington, 786-6796. East Metro Communications is an authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular, the new name for Pactel.
For the best in chiropractic care, visit Lithonia First Chiropractic. Dr. Michael Brust specializes in nerve and spine rehabilitation. Call for an appointment, 482-1114, 482-1114. Most insurance accepted, and we take care of your insurance paperwork at no charge to you. Call Lithonia First Chiropractic at 3081 Stone Mountain Street in Lithonia, 482-1114. 482-1114.
Welcome back to Riverside Park Newton High School, where the Newton Rams have put themselves on the baseball map. Today they took on the number 20 team in the nation, according to the Baseball Weekly rankings. That's the Parkview Panthers. It was a down-to-the-wire game, a game that was very evenly matched, but in the end, when the dust cleared, the Rams won this one 4-3 with your totals, Bill Dolan.
Thank you, Kevin Holden. The Rams go to 14-3, 5-0 in the sub-region. Parkview put up a gallant fight, played a great ball game. They dropped to 12-3 and 4-1 in the sub. For the Parkview Panthers, they had 3 runs on 5 hits, committed 3 errors, and had 4 runners left on base. Ben Sheeter, the starter, went the distance. He gets the loss. For the Newton Rams, 4 runs on 9 hits and 2 costly errors. They overcame those, and they left 7 runners on base. Richie Cleary started, went the distance. He gets the win. He goes to 3-0. Richie only giving up 1 run, make that 1 earned run out of the 3, as 2 were unearned. He struck out 7 and walked only 3 in a great performance. Also had a couple of base hits, scored the winning run, and that makes him something special. But this is one of those dilemmas because something else happened, Kevin. What are we going to do?
Well, here is exactly how we'll handle this, like the true professionals that we are. Richie Cleary pitched 8 terrific innings, also scored the winning run, and had a terrific game. Brent Johnson, though, made the difference in this one with that single to the right center field gap. That was one of the longest singles I've ever seen personally, but it's called a single. A run scores. The Rams win the game. Richie Cleary and Brent Johnson, the WGFS co-players of the game, and congratulations to both, and of course to all the Rams. Don't forget about Joe Brasfield moving Richie Cleary up to second base with the stolen base. Coughlin gets intentionally walked, setting up the base hit. We give an honorable mention, I guess, to Joe Brasfield here.
And also to Lance Coughlin with a big game out there. He had them so unnerved with his ability to hit today, they had to walk him to get to Brent Johnson, and that was the spark that Brent needed. It woke him up, I think. They said, oh, yeah, you think so? Not today. He took it deep to right center field, and that was the difference in the ballgame.
For a moment, I thought it might leave the yard, and the right fielder and center fielder, I think, may have believed the same thing. It looked as if they slowed their trot after the ball at the very end as it bounced right out there in right center field. Either way, though, the run crosses, and the Rams win it 4-3. A tremendous ball game, Bill Dolan, and we look forward to doing this again. Exciting Ram baseball. It's never any different, and of course the Rams, Monday against Berkmar in Lilburn, will be the same type of game.
And it's going to be a tough week next week for the Rams. They also take on Brookwood on Wednesday at Brookwood, and then come home Friday to face Shiloh, I believe, in the return match.
And what will happen with both of those games, since the Rams beat both Brookwood and Shiloh, both will be gunning for the Newton Rams in those games. Stay tuned. We should have an exciting week of Ram action. We always have exciting Ram action whenever they take the field.
And there's not much more you can say about a game like this. You had 2 teams that came to play. They put on a great show for the fans. The Rams happy to get away with this victory. And as always, a pleasure to be here with you, Kevin Holden.
Okay, Bill Dolan, thank you very much. We'll wrap it up. For our executive producer, Perfection, brought to you by Todd Q. Chapman, and also for Bill Dolan and a cast of thousands, Kevin Holden reporting from Riverside Park. The happy news, the Newton Rams in 8 innings defeat the Parkview Panthers. Your final, the Rams 4, the Panthers 3. So long, everybody.